We got a crazy season finale and some interesting teases. That and more on today's episode of BrobusCast Death Battle Edition. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of... Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of BrobusCast. I hate you guys so much. I'm your host, Brobuscus. We're kicking this. Screw it. With me today is ZDogg.
Gosh, dang it!
This is the most unprofessional intro ever.
Gosh. Happy New Year! There we go.
Yeah. We also have Saber King. Okay.
I hope you all grow some professionalism. You didn't let me finish. That's it. For my New Year's resolution, I hope all of you grow some professionalism backbones.
I try, okay? I don't know.
Try hard.
Whatever. And we also have
Nerd Bender all over again.
Oh my gosh.
We also have
Speaking of
count them,
Nerd
two guests. We have your only mate.
I started off this year working my new job, and Death Battle is continuing to make me happy.
Good for you.
We'll get into that. I'm very excited.
We also have Combo.
So would you guys believe us? Oh God.
More like the fourth, but you know who's counting.
Oh my gosh.
Could you
Truth be told, yeah, and it's still a train wreck. All right.
Yeah,
Could you please repeat that because you cut out for me?
Of course.
Oh, I basically gotta say, would you believe me if I told you this is apparently the fourth time we've tried this intro? Woo!
Oh no, we're keeping all of it. Just saying.
Oh, great!
That's all going
We
in
are
the video.
professional around here. Congratulations.
I never claimed to be professional.
Could that be professional?
I mean, it's accurate.
Professionalism is for the weak.
Mate's got the right idea.
Sorry,
Okay. Okay, so we've got stuff to talk about today. Lots of stuff. A season finale stuff.
Yes.
I have no idea where I'm going with this.
Good old stuff.
Good
Something
stuff,
about
bad
stuff.
stuff, angry stuff.
And things.
The season
things.
finale was a great battle between stuff versus bad stuff.
Yo, hype! Let's
AKA
go!
Immortal Hulk versus Super Broly.
Yes.
And we're demonetized. Thanks a lot. We lost our Japanese audience.
Well, for all of us who wanted to hear
Oh my gosh.
that in a normal voice, it was Hulk versus Broly.
Hey, if this gets demonetized solely because of my impression,
You're
I'm just gonna be
UK.
mad
Talk
at
like a
myself.
British person.
Dude, if we're getting demonetized, then that means I'm getting monetized for something, which is really interesting.
You're getting monetized, then you're getting
Good point.
demonetized.
Well, if I'm
We're gonna hire you just to fire
You're
you.
getting anti-monetized.
if I'm getting demonetized, that means I'm getting monetized, and that's something I didn't know that was happening. Okay, let's talk about this death battle. Yeah. So this. Wow, we've got a lot to
Yes,
say.
sir. For sure.
God, it was so good.
This fight, I almost ended up asking this fight to marry me. I'm dead serious.
Obi-Wan versus
That's a
so devastated.
Obi-Wan versus Kakashi was my best man, so get off my back.
Wait, what?
Wait, no, wait.
Just go with
Yeah,
it.
no, it was. Yeah, because Duo Dreamer was a bridesmaid. Wait, no, Duo Dreamer.
Hey, oh my god.
I don't.
So,
This joke
so
wasn't funny to
thumbnail,
begin
that's
with.
the thing. Thumbnails matter. Ha okay.
Well,
good.
geez, if any of you would actually go see my review, then maybe you would know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Jesus. Oh, you are unprofessional.
Dear God.
When
Oh
were
yeah,
we-
definitely. It's
hold
our
on,
problem that this is
when were we
unprofessional.
professional?
Should the title of this episode just be Unprofessionalism?
Yes, but as a side note, when the heck were we ever professional? Let's be real.
Yeah,
You're true.
Anyways, yeah,
You know what?
thumbnail. Thumbnail's
Combo-
cool.
Combo's thing should be the title.
Yeah, you wouldn't like
oh
that.
yeah, thumbnail. Very cool, very awesome. We started off with regurgitated vomit in the season premiere, and we ended it off with a good-looking dessert. Not all bad things considered, so that means that the thumbnail for season 8 is probably going to be good, and the season finale is going to be terrible.
Yeah, let's hope not. Anyways,
I mean,
yeah, no,
if that's the way you want to look at it, or you could be hopeful. My God.
yeah, really. Come on, man.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
Let's, come on, season 8. Try and prove me wrong, season 8. Come on.
At least do better than
You can do
Venom
it.
vs. Corona. It's not that difficult.
anyways, next up we have the results, and oh boy, do we have a lot to say.
Which one?
Oh dear God.
Okay,
Wow.
okay.
Talk about
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, talk about being unanimously wrong. Am I right?
Right.
Oh, man.
Seriously. Oh God.
And this
Yeah, remember last time I was on and everyone else was like, Broly is fucked. Wow, that aged poorly.
Yeah, for
That
real.
aged
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
poorly.
For the record, Broly is fucked. They just, decided to not have him be fucked.
Well,
Agreed.
okay, so first off, just before we get into like our actual opinions on how accurate the result is, can I just say, total shock. Regardless
Yeah.
of whether or not I was right or not, I did not see that coming. I thought Hulk was for sure gonna win.
Yeah, same.
Oh yeah.
No, but then, hey, I forgot. Oh,
This-
fuck.
Turn of the
There-
century.
The second
I
he said
didn't-
he was,
Sorry, I didn't expect them to give Broly his greatest weapon. Scaling!
And
the second Hulk
multipliers.
said he was immortal, I thought he had it in the bag, and then he just fucking died.
And now
This-
Broly has the greatest feat of any Death Battle combatant in a season finale. Breaking my finale curse.
Yay!
But yeah,
My character finally wins.
See, that's a good thing about it.
but yeah, wow. I just funny. It's like the dude literally can't die. He dies. Just like,
The preview even said Hulk's back and he's immortal, and then he proceeds to die.
yeah. Which is that's just funny
Well,
to
I
me.
mean, hey, to be fair, it's Marvel immortality, and Marvel immortality is far weaker than DC immortality. So
is
really,
true.
I should have seen that coming.
This is true. Okay, so
Wait, what the fuck?
getting into the actual accuracy. So, mate, you have notes from the cast. I did not go and rewatch it. I saw.
That's mainly about next season, but I vaguely remember what was involved in the Q&A.
Okay, because I did not go
You're
back and
supposed to
watch it.
write down notes.
You had one job.
because I did not go back and rewatch it for the sake of catching up. I watched it
I'm
live.
sorry.
And I kept up, but like I didn't like jot any notes down or anything. I think DB Wiki did. Hold on, I'm gonna check.
Oh yeah, the Death Battle Wiki did. Shout out to the Death Battle Wiki community.
Yeah, shout out to the Death Battle Wiki community.
There we go.
They can, yes, they're.
They
unlike-
remember it, so you don't have
cool.
to.
Unlike this group,
Indeed.
they're actually professional.
We were never meant for
Oh,
Hey,
professionalism.
in all
Fine.
fairness, I haven't seen it yet. It's not on YouTube for public.
This is true.
Meanwhile, Richard can't be asked to do any of it himself.
Because nobody asked me to. And I'm
shade.
sorry.
Nobody asked me to do anything. Also, I'm not
no,
a host
you-
of this podcast.
That was your choice.
Oh,
dear God.
Hold on, I'm trying to find it.
Yeah.
Right.
So what else is doing that?
Okay, whatever. It crashed. Never mind.
Oh my god, this animation was awesome.
how does it crash?
I tried looking it up on my phone. The app I was using crashed.
You know what? I'll look it up on my iPad.
Okay, there you go. While Mate does that, let's just skip ahead. I guess we'll talk about the analysis and stuff after the fact. So,
Sure.
like we'll talk about the rest of the episode and then we'll get to the results instead of the other way around, like we usually do. So, yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this fight animation first. It was glorious.
Oh, so beautiful.
It's so
good.
As beautiful as one rippling green monster can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, Rooster Teeth. You started off with Hulk. You started off with Genos Rebound to a mediocre animation experience, and then you ended off with something godlike.
To be fair, they're two different
I
departments.
I still love Genos Machine, by the way.
My only issue with the actual animation is they used that Hulk model that looks so weird when they had access to the Marvel vs. Capcom model that they used during his last fight.
Okay, hold on. That model. What are you talking? Both of these models were custom built from the ground up, in house.
Yeah,
That was a mistake. That was a mistake.
Plus the Marvel
Also,
vs.
a Hulk model from Marvel vs. Capcom, it's not that great. The face looks way too derpy. It's a model that's supposed to be viewed only from the side.
And in a
I would have preferred that than the weird lines on Hulk's face.
Well, that's just the art style. That's not the model. That's just the style.
Okay, really, the one area I will give the Marvel vs. Capcom model, I think World Breaker in with that model looked a bit better.
Yeah, because it actually had like
this one still had good World Breaker anyway.
Regardless.
So.
Like that one actually had like the glowing veins on it, whereas
I will
this
give
one
you
was
that.
just glowy eyes. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
And the glowing aura around him.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, no. Regardless, yeah, no. These models were goddamn amazing. Like, yeah, it's like I'm so happy that the Ruby team got to be super involved with this animation. Like,
Yeah, and it
Also,
showed.
Not gonna lie, I didn't.
also,
I didn't even
also,
realize.
sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I didn't even realize Broly's model was custom made. I thought it was just the fighter's model.
Well, so was Broly's. Like both of them. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what he means.
Broly and Hulk's model. Were
Actually, it's model.
That explains a lot, actually.
It's actually models for Broly.
yeah.
They had to make multiple.
Oh, yeah, they had like what?
Oh
three different
yeah,
ones?
they had to make models for each of Broly's different forms.
It's
yes.
Those
Um,
madmen.
You know, it's actually because of that. In the commentary, they call Broly a Disney princess.
Oh my.
Wait, what?
No,
That's
because he's gonna have so many different models, just like so many glorious outfits.
Oh my
And-
gosh. That's
Yeah.
Oh my god. You know what? Fair.
Does that mean Broly,
Yeah, no. But
The
yeah,
real
no.
Snow White, that one.
does that mean Broly gets to be in the Disney princess battle royale?
No.
Yes! I would love to see Broly just
Anyway.
freaking murk the girl from Brave. Just wah!
Anyways,
Moving on.
Violates
Anyway,
everyone.
yeah, no.
Everybody just disconnects. Podcast over.
anyways,
This animation was so fucking beautiful. Like, just very good.
yeah, like it really shows that it was Ruby animators. Like if you want my personal opinion, like it really looks like something that would come out of Ruby. At least as far as the action's concerned. Which is funny.
That and the textures, because just that's what really caught my eye.
Yeah, it's funny because like they mentioned it in
So the deer they
around the
used
models.
is a deer that they've used in both Ruby and Genlock.
But what I find funny is that they mentioned this on commentary too. Is that normally for episodes of Ruby that they had to animate. When they're not doing action scenes, they had to animate the characters talking, which is fine. It's not a problem or anything. It progresses the plot. But when they're doing action, they have to focus on all these different moves that the characters got, the complicated weapons that they have that keep transforming every single time. Whereas this one, it's just like, hey, this dude can fly, and this dude can throw a punch. There we go. That's all you got.
There you go.
Like,
And just go nuts with this one.
yeah,
Which they did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
My favorite scene is the Hulk like rock slam. I love that scene
that
so
scene.
much.
Yeah,
Oh,
just jumps up, grabs a rock,
Broly's like,
looks
oh
around, and
shit.
slams it on Broly. I was like, whoa, okay, that's a giant rock. But I just like how much detail goes into this.
Broly
Like,
gets puny.
what?
Got it.
Yeah, Broly gets Puny God, which I honestly wanted him to say no the devil or something like that when Hulk says Puny God. That would have been great.
But yeah, well, one of my favorite things is just
By the
how
way,
much.
that's something that this fight has over Hulk vs. Doomsday. Someone actually gets puny. Got it.
Yes!
Yes. But no, one of my favorite things is just how much is going on in the fight, like how much things are getting destroyed, how many pieces are flying everywhere. They fly into space at one point. It's freaking awesome. It's
They wipe out every star in a galaxy.
yeah.
Yeah, South Galaxy gets
Not
destroyed.
universe.
But it's just
it was
it's just imagine having to animate
an actual,
all of
an
that.
actual galaxy, people, not a universe.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Imagine having to animate all of that. Whenever they blow up a planet,
Oh,
they have
yeah.
to animate each different piece of
Yeah,
the
no.
planet flying everywhere, and it's like, how? How in the world do you do something like that?
You just do it.
I guess.
That's really all.
You know what? You know what shot?
Just do it.
You know what shot was really really that I don't think enough people give credit to? The scene
that?
where Hulk's face gets melted off by Broly's laser, and then it just grows
It
back.
just grows back. Yeah.
Looks so good.
That
Yeah,
is a
no.
really good
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, and can we talk about how they use each other's catchphrases?
Yes.
That irritated me
That's
so much
more-
until Hulk said, "No, I'm the devil."
Oh, speaking of Hulk, can I just say, speaking of Hulk saying no, the devil. Yeah, that's a reference to the original Broly movie, people, not Team
Oh, is it?
4
Okay.
Star.
Yeah, everyone.
There's people who didn't know that was from the original movie. Oh God.
That just goes to show how
So
people.
many people were like, "Oh my god, that's a DBZ Abridged reference!" And I'm just like,
No.
That just goes to show how many people
Now.
give a crap about Z Broly.
to quote DBZ Abridged, well, good for you, you're wrong.
That just goes to show how. That goes to show how much
Yeah.
people don't really
So,
care about
as
Z
you
Broly.
can tell,
You know, good point.
Yeah.
yeah, no. So as you can tell, everyone here loves
Yeah.
it, including myself. This animation was really good.
So
They
good.
did a great job translating from the storyboards, which again, I'm going to keep mentioning the storyboards because everyone's
course you
just
are.
gonna keep everyone's just going to keep crediting Rooster Teeth. And it's like, no, Rooster Teeth and the storyboarder both deserve a huge round of applause. And
You know, you
I
guys
feel like,
mention take a shot every time Richard brings up John. Add an additional one every time he mentions the storyboarder, my main man, or my best friend.
I would die. I would just
yeah, do
actually
you want
die.
us to die? That's.
yeah, you're
Yeah,
one to
do
talk,
not actually
Mr.
play that game.
Yeah. Anyway, anyway,
gosh.
but yeah, no. Yeah, no. Every frame of this animation was great. Like from beginning to
So
end,
good.
it was just great. And I mean,
Dude, by the
everyone here has already said everything.
by the
Can't
end,
say
I was
anything more about it.
like, I don't care who
Because
wins
even, like-
anymore. I just I want this to go on. Like this, I don't care anymore. Let's keep going. and then as soon as I said that, it was
Different
when
opinions. I cared very much.
but it was I said that near the end as well, which is funny. It was when they were breaking reality apart. I was like, "That's it. I don't care. We've peaked. This is the greatest. I don't care who wins anymore." And then as soon as I said that, Broly won.
Of course.
Yeah, I think you were too. Yeah, I think it was too soon for you to say that.
Yeah.
Can you name any other animation where it's two characters breaking reality several times over by
headbutting?
What?
Honestly, it should have been like a fist clash, but the headbutt was so hilarious to watch. It's the world's worst mosh pit.
Also, I saw a really funny comment. Should Broly's name be changed to Nobody? Because nobody wins with a headbutt?
My gosh.
Yeah.
Well, it's fine. Broly it's fine. Broly just like suffered like 800 concussions at that point, so we're good.
Hey, you know.
To be fair, Hulk suffered more.
That's true.
I mean, to be fair, it probably has a bunch of force when you're breaking
Yeah, probably.
reality. So,
Also, he'll probably just eat everything when he's playing.
I will say
okay,
I have.
Yeah, well, is it okay if I mention one little thing that I didn't like about
Get off the podcast right now.
No,
You're
I was
not allowed
actually.
to dislike this episode.
I'm a member.
No, you can go ahead, but I have something. You can go ahead, but I have something too. So go ahead.
I think
Cool.
I think I might know what Wonder Growth is.
My finger was actually on the button.
Mate, don't actually do it.
Just saying.
Actually, I have two. Actually, I have two, but one of them is not related to how the animators did. But Richard, go ahead.
Okay, fair. Okay. Yeah. No. I love this fight really, really much. Like, honest to God, I was prepared to say this was way better than All Might versus Might Guy. But what held it back, and really the only thing that really keeps this fight from really delivering on all cylinders, is its lack of a kill shot and its anticlimactic death. I did not like it.
Okay, well, the lack of a kill shot, yes, I will agree with that.
I was very much. I did not like how it was done. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
and again, it's like, I'm not just talking out of my ass. There was actually meant to be a kill shot. It was fully animated and it was fully recorded. But for some reason, then again, we don't know. So until we get an actual answer, I'm just gonna, go off what I know. But for some reason, a kill shot, and the ending, because the original kill shot was supposed to be they're headbutting, and right as Broly is about to cock his head back, he fires another laser out of his mouth, and that laser disintegrates Hulk into dust, or as I call it, it led Hulk to do his best Thanos impression, and then you transition over to Broly back on planet
You have said it would
Vampa.
have made Hulk not feel so good.
Yeah.
That's too obvious. And also, I'm a fan of subtlety. Thank you very much.
Hey, it was better than Thanos' impression, just saying.
Well, yeah, we'll see about that. But anyway, yeah. No, so, yeah, if that one little element hadn't been taken out at the last minute, then this fight would have been god damn amazing in literally every category. But because it didn't, I cannot see myself saying that, like, animation wise, yes, it is absolutely better. Hell, I would even say it stands. It didn't have an ending, a real ending, or a kill shot. It kind of is brought down. But again, I understood. On paper, I understood why Liam wanted it to be like that. And it was very good, but it's just you have to follow through. You can't just give me the frosting without delivering the whole cake.
Well, okay, to be completely fair,
and I feel like
this episode had a better kill shot than Weiss
there
versus
was,
Mitsuru,
like,
so like...
that's just,
oh come on, that's not saying
yeah,
much.
that's the joke. It's like this, yeah, no, at least no, but it's like, yeah, this and Weiss versus Mitsuru don't have a kill shot, but at least with Weiss versus Mitsuru, there is a kill shot to be distinguished there, but they just had to censor it for their own personal reasons. Here, though, not so much. So, yeah, I'm
Can I
really
take
not
a guess
fan of that, and I feel like anybody who says this fight is perfect, like, they're not wrong, but it is not completely perfect.
I mean, nothing
it really
is.
did come close. No, yeah, like, I would still say every other death battle that has an actual kill shot is better than Broly versus Hulk in that regard.
Can I take
I
take a guess as to why that's? Can I take a guess as to why that kill shot didn't happen?
You can.
Basically, to give a long story short, probably tech issues. I don't know, for one reason or another, maybe like including that would like mess up their hardware or something, or mess up another part of the fight. So it was just like, well, this part's messing everything up, and I think people can understand what's happening by the end, so let's just get rid of it.
You're not wrong. I mean, that's not a bad guess, and but I'm willing to bet it's not because of that. Because again, this is the Ruby engine. This is the Ruby engine. I mean, that engine alone, combined with the resources of what Death Battle uses, I would say they shouldn't have to come across problems like that. Because again, you know, it's just, these are much more, they're using much more sophisticated and professional equipment. So really, all I can really say is like, they just probably thought, oh, maybe it would have been better if you just, you know, they're just headbutting each other, and then the screen explosion happens, and you're supposed to be like, oh, wait, what, did Broly die? And then all of a sudden, Broly's alive, and he's holding Hulk's hand. So in that regard, I understood what they were trying to do. I just feel like, okay, if the asset was finished, and it was fully recorded, then why take it out? Again, especially since it was so this wasn't something that was done pre-production or even mid-production. Like, it was done. It was just removed at the last second, making it very inconsistent. So
maybe it was a pace killer. Maybe. Because I know, like, I know Danny went through the same thing when making Nightwing vs. Daredevil. They had a scene that they were going to include, but it would just ruin the pacing of the fight, so they cut it out.
Also, the prop just broke.
Huh? Oh yeah.
We're talking about different scenes, aren't we?
Yeah, like
no. Yeah, we're thinking about the same scene.
Prop broke. Yeah.
Well, still, like
again,
they were still going to include it. They still filmed it even with that in mind. But Danny took it out post-production, so.
Yeah, no. Again, I don't know. I feel because again, if they didn't talk about it and they just left it alone, thinking people wouldn't notice, then okay, that's fine. But I really feel like, okay, unless they directly talked about why it ended up going to the chopping block, then I can't really give them a pass here because again, that makes this somewhat inconsistent, and I feel like they had a great build-up, and then it just ends anticlimactically. Like, again, maybe they were trying, maybe it could have been technical issues, maybe it could have just been because of pacing. It could have been for any number of reasons. Until we actually know the reason, then we're just making educated guesses at this point. So,
sure.
You know, really, you know, it doesn't make this fight any less perfect. It just makes it a few shots away from being absolutely perfect. And I feel like that's just a little unfair because this fight was.
That's also
it was perfect. perfect.
Yeah, that's also like super nitpicky, honestly. Like that's
Yeah.
Well,
I
again,
just had a thought though.
I'm a reviewer.
That's fair.
what I'm gonna say. So if I have to criticize. I have to make friendly criticisms. But go ahead, Combo. Sorry.
So I just realized this while we were having this long conversation. I was thinking back through the animation. This episode falls into another curse that I've noticed happening a lot, especially this season. This season and last season. Anytime a character actually lands their signature move or says their signature line before the other character does, they tend to lose. We saw Miles did his "Hey" and "What's up" thing. He lost. We have like Captain Falcon misses his Falcon Punch because of the Nut Punch. Johnny Cage lost. Hulk thunderclapped and then lost. He thunderclapped successfully before Broly did anything of his signature stuff, and he lost. Happens a lot, actually.
Huh.
Also, we mentioned I mentioned this before Brobuscus got here, but there's another curse with Hulk.
Oh boy.
Oh my god, he keeps getting robbed. That's his curse.
No, specifically, when a One Piece character is in Death Battle and they win, before and or after Hulk losing.
Ouch.
That's great.
Ouch.
That's
And-
fantastic.
Why they gotta do my boy dirty? It hurts. All right.
That's fantastic. No, I actually didn't have. No. So, no, that wasn't my. Those weren't my issues that Richard brought up.
Yeah, no, I'm done. Go ahead and move on to yours.
So, my issues, both of them are. They don't really bother me, but one I've heard complained about a lot, so I just thought I'd bring it up. And the other was just like it kind of bothers me, but it doesn't really matter. So I'll start with that one. In like 2 shots, it was just 2 shots. After Broly went Super Saiyan, his hair was kind of more silver than golden.
I think that might have just been like a lighting thing.
Yeah, it might have been, yes, but it was just weird to see. It was like, oh wait, why is Broly's hair silver? That's weird.
He went
No,
Ultra Instinct.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
No.
Shut up.
Yeah,
Anyway.
No,
that one I can actually
Ultra Instinct
completely-
Broly. Just rest in peace, the Dragon Ball multiverse.
Oh dear.
Sounds
No.
so cursed.
Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, that one I agree with. That one I agree with, but I actually think maybe that was intentional. Maybe that was just a nice callback to Dragon Ball Z. Because if you go back and you watch the Dragon Ball Z arcs, you'll notice that when Goku or other Saiyans go Super Saiyan,
Oh, that's
when
right.
they're not, when their aura isn't
Oh yeah.
bursting, yeah, their hair is just silvery. It's more silver than yellow.
Yeah.
So
You can't
if
even,
that was
you
their
can't even see that in the
Yeah.
Broly movie. Like,
yeah, so
sometimes the Super Saiyan hair can be a different shade.
Yeah.
yeah, like the Super Saiyan hair isn't always primarily yellow. Like it didn't. So maybe that was intentional, or maybe it could have just been lighting issues. I don't know. But
Well,
yeah,
either way, it's not really that big a deal, and it happens like twice in a 4-minute fight. So who cares?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The other issue, and this doesn't bother me personally, but again, I just thought I'd bring it up. The sound design. Let's
There we
talk
go.
about that.
That's what I was expecting.
That's one I've heard a bit. But I've also seen people say, like, that's only at the beginning, and you could say, oh, that was just, like, light punches, but then it gets, like, heavy, like, as the fight goes.
Again, they don't bother me personally. I think the
Yeah,
sound
I
is,
didn't have an issue with it.
I think the sound is
I'm more
fine.
like,
I saw someone do like a, not like a, I'm fixing your error, but more like a, this is my take, on the sound design.
Yeah.
And there's some that sound better, like the punches at the beginning sound better. Like they sound like they have more impact to them. And the scene where Hulk slams Broly around Loki style.
Yeah.
But everything else, like they kept a lot of this fight keeps a lot of Dragon Ball sound into its fights, like in the punches, the transformations, the energy beams. And a lot of people take issue with that, and that's fine, but that's also an issue with Dragon Ball as a whole. Like, like Dragon Ball as a whole has always had like really wonky sound design. Like even in the Broly movie, every time Frieza takes a step, it bothers the crap out of me.
Oh my god, it's not just me.
Like every time Frieza like steps his foot down, every single time I'm like, this feels so wrong. This feels
No,
like
the exact same thing with Cell.
yeah. It's like this isn't great sound design. I like that movie. It's a good movie, but like wow.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Honestly, I'm sorry.
But yeah, but it just seems to me like a lot of the complaints I hear about this fight sound design are also complaints I have with the sound design of Dragon Ball as a whole. So maybe that's just a me issue, but but
I mean,
yeah.
no, I mean, if I really had to, again, I could add on to that. It's like, yeah, no, like early on, the sound design, like it did feel a little sluggish to me because again, it's like, okay, I get it, but I get what you're trying to do because again, this fight is more about the build-up, and
That's
so
true.
in that regard, maybe the sound design could have been better fixed to add to the build-up. But again, since it's for only a couple of scenes, it's no wonder that that other people caught on to it because again, I was just ignoring it the entire time. But that.
Yeah, I was too busy grooving to the track, so.
But okay, because I know that's changes. I just want to say before we transition into that. Honestly, I think it's more really noticeable during like Hulk's few hits into the Puny God, because I feel like it should have more impact, and the ground should have like the rock gravel sound. Like, it felt odd not to have it. So that's like my biggest issue with it. Like otherwise, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah, and I mean the rest of the sound is pretty much Dragon Ball, so whatever. Like
Yeah, it's like.
And you know what else is Super Dragon Ball? The soundtrack.
The track? Yeah. I've been listening to that song on loop for like 4 days
gosh.
straight.
It's so good. Holy crap.
I guess we'll stick with the voice acting.
Fuck voice acting. The track is so good.
We'll get to the voice acting afterwards.
Well. Go that far.
We'll get to the voice acting afterwards because we got to gush about this track.
Holy crap. Ikari. The track's name is Ikari, which is the Japanese whatever for
anger.
rage.
Yeah.
Anger.
I'm pretty sure it's Rage.
It's
Rage.
both.
Anger.
It's
Whatever.
both.
I've seen both.
Whatever.
We're all stupid. Let's move on.
Both fit. Doesn't both fit. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Holy crap, it's so good.
But holy crap, it's so good.
It is the most Dragon Ball sounding song ever, and it's not even an official Dragon Ball song.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a good way
honestly,
to put it.
when listening to the post-analysis, like hearing it in the background, it just feels like Dragon Ball hype personified.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like, it makes explaining why Broly wins. Like, oh, fuck yeah, DPZ!
Yeah.
And now I'm over here like, no, my boy.
Like that's my favorite thing when it comes to like the post analysis is whenever like before they started using the fight soundtracks for the background music for the post analysis, they would pick tracks from like the characters' respective series, and it just sounds so triumphant. Like, wow, this character actually won. That's freaking cool. And now in this case, it's like, wow, Broly actually won. That's freaking cool. This is coming from someone who wanted Hulk to win, but I digress. Like it actually felt like a triumphant victory for Broly, which was good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's nice that it fits both.
I really wish they had the instrumental versions of the vocal tracks available too. That I really wish they would start doing that. But whatever.
That'd be cool, actually.
Yeah, it's whatever.
Why would you want not vocals for this track, ZDogg? You monster!
Okay, no, I'm okay. Don't get me wrong. The track slaps with the vocals. It would be nice to also have that because it sounds nice on its own.
Yeah,
That's all
no.
I'm saying.
I'm just
Don't-
throwing this out there, Death Battle.
don't
If
kill
you
me,
have
combo.
the non-vocal versions. You can put them out on iTunes and make more money that way as well. Just throw them out
There
there
you
as
go.
an idea.
Don't tell them how to do their jobs.
No, I'm just suggesting it.
Yeah.
The calm
When Death Battle
suggestion.
put out the best music of 2020.
It's a calm suggestion for a really not so calm track.
Yeah, no, yeah, I agree with y'all. The track was very, very good. It was very, very good. I'm so happy that they went for a Japanese vocal for this, and
Yeah.
it really makes it better, and it really just fits so well. Even though, yeah, if I had to, like, there's one nitpick I had about it. It does kind of paint an obvious picture that, okay, this is pretty much all Broly. Like Hulk, just get the fuck out of here. It's like, this is Broly spotlight.
Yeah.
From the perspective,
Nothing really feels like it encompasses both of the characters. It's mostly like you guys been saying, and there's really no way of denying it. It's just encompassing Broly, and in
Also,
that regard,
admittedly-
it's awesome. Like,
Also, admittedly,
So,
the
yeah,
cover
and-
art is guilty of that too.
yeah,
Yeah.
wait, what?
the cover art's
Yeah.
guilty of it too.
Yeah,
What?
like, it's
What?
pretty much
I didn't hear that.
But the cover
The
art
album art.
for the track is.
Oh,
is
okay,
all
yeah,
Dragon
the cover
Ball.
art, yeah.
I will.
Yeah, it is, and go ahead.
So I will say about this. So yeah, the track is very Dragon Ball and it's very Broly, but I think that's balanced out by the dialogue in the actual fight, where most of Broly's lines stick out a lot more. Like most of Hulk's lines, sorry. Broly sounds really confused until he goes full crazy. So Hulk
Yeah.
gets the dominating lines, which
Well,
balances out the track being very Dragon Ball.
Well, it's also
Fair enough.
I mean, on one hand, that's also true.
But
On the other
again,
hand, it
that's
also
more
does like
attributed.
uh,
Yeah,
Although-
but I attribute that more to the voice acting, and like just talking about the track itself right now. Yeah, no, it's great. Like as a
Yeah.
Broly track,
So-
and as a
so
tribute
good.
to Blizzard, it's fucking amazing. But it's
kind
just
of-
not. I guess what I'm trying to say, it's not mighty. It's not mighty. Like I still think mighty is better than this, and I'm gonna die on that hill.
You
Because
will die on
Mighty,
that hill.
and I'm okay
There-
with dying on it because Mighty did such a much better job encompassing both of the characters in the lyrics, in the instruments, and just in the vocal performances alone. Whereas this one, okay, if you literally look at the translations, this is just describing Broly. Like maybe Hulk in there too a little bit, but it's mostly Broly dominating, and in that regard.
on that note,
I'm not that big of a Hulk fan, but it's like, come on, it's like
on
give
that-
Hulk some love in the track, people. I don't know.
The English
that-
lyrics, like the actual English lyrics, do apply a lot to Hulk as well, but because it's a Dragon Ball-esque instrumental in the background, it feels more Broly.
Exactly.
on that
Yeah,
note, though,
exactly.
on that note, if you guys read the English lyrics, it actually makes me kind of glad that they stuck mostly to Japanese for this one. Even though I'm not gonna be singing along to it,
Yeah,
obviously, but like the English lyrics sound like they work for the context of the track given it's in Japanese. But man, if they had sung it in English, it probably would have sounded really dumb.
But I am the
yeah.
rage.
Yeah, no, like again, like this is a fantastic track, and if I can make just a little controversial opinion, I would put this at number 3 of my favorite tracks, but I still think Way Past Flash or Blood Moon are way better than this.
I think I'm going to agree with that.
This
I will.
ties for my first with Emerald
Um,
Heroes.
I'd say either. It's weird. I kind of keep going back and forth on these three on which one's my favorite. Right now, I think it's Blood Moon. Like it's kind of like a long running battle between like this one, Blood Moon, and Way Past Flash. Way Past Flash has elements of Sonic Adventure 2 tracks, which I adore. Blood Moon is an absolute jam, no matter what way you look at it. And then this is
Yeah, go ahead.
this is a very like cinematic track more than anything.
Exactly.
Along with it being, you know, a jam. So, like it's kind of that weird thing. It combines like a cinematic track with a track you can just rock out to. Which is good.
It's like if Mighty. It's pretty much like Mighty and Emerald Heroes had a baby, and this is that baby. Like it has the cinematic elements of it has the cinematic elements of Mighty, but it also has the great vocals of both Mighty and Emerald Heroes combined.
I'm just saying, when I'm playing a game and this comes on my Spotify, I pop the hell off.
Yeah, no, again, like, this is great. This is great motivational music to help them for a video game boss. But it's like, but again, it's like I don't know. I like to I judge tracks based on how often will I listen to it, and how often when I'm really going through a challenge in life, how well will this track motivate me to feel like I can do fucking anything.
That's a fair way to
by
judge
that
it.
logic,
Yeah.
the Attack on Titan theme is the best theme in existence.
I love
Damn.
That's for you. It's not for us.
Yeah,
Last surprise, though.
yeah, I'm using your logic, but applying it to me.
Okay, then there you go.
There you go. But shout out to this feels weird to shout out to because I don't remember his name, but the guy who sung the vocals for this, it's the same guy who did the vocals for Wings of Iron and Emerald Heroes.
That explains why it's such a bop.
Like it's the same guy.
I forget his name too, but it's so cool that he got to return.
Yeah, because it's been a bit. Hold on, I'm going to look it up. You guys continue. I will.
Yeah. I just want to talk about a moment in the fight with the track. Like, that moment when all those energy blasts are coming at Hulk and he thunderclaps.
And he does the thunderclap.
Smash! And the track picks back up. That is so hype!
That is really
good. That was cool.
That's very good.
Okay, found it. Daniel Vincent Galvin. There you go. That
Daniel,
is your name.
Very nice.
That is your name. Shout out to you, my dude.
Claps to you. Claps to you.
Thunderclaps.
Thunderclaps. I like that.
Thunderclaps.
Alright,
Well, that goes to 120 units.
One disappointment I have with the fight animation before I get to the voice acting. I mentioned this in the last podcast and it didn't happen. Hulk did not throw the energy ball back at Broly.
He could do that in the comics. That's a canon ability, and it pissed me off that he didn't throw it back.
No, but wait.
But he threw it at the planet.
He did throw it at the planet, and that was
and
cool.
Back at a planet.
I'm not saying
And
I'm
used the
complaining.
propulsion of the explosion to launch himself into Broly.
Yes,
Exactly.
What happened? Yes, what happened was awesome, and I am happy that it happened. But I really wish he threw it at Broly. I'm not complaining. It's just a disappointment.
They could have done a Deadpan's volley like Ganon and Ganon and Link.
Yeah, that's what I said last time. Like, they played Dead Man's Volley.
That'd be so great.
Well, either way,
whatever.
Either way, Oh, also one thing I would like to mention. This isn't even about the animation. This is just the congratulations. But Rooster Teeth, Ruby's, Ruby. I'm just gonna call them the Ruby team. Ruby team, you did such a great job with this one that I fully congratulate you because now because the Ruby team will now be working on the season finales going forward. So so they're gonna be animating the season finale this
So next
season.
season finale is Maka versus Ruby then?
I
don't know.
Given what's coming, I kind of doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, well, again, I said season finale. Like, they won't be animating your potential fight, mate, but they will be animating the season finale. And in that regard, I'm totally down for it. Sure.
After this episode and Thanos versus Darkseid, no more excuses. Do Galactus versus Unicron.
Yeah, they kind of have to at this rate.
At this point, yeah.
Like,
Nah.
especially this season above else.
Yeah, no.
Season finale, Kool-Aid Man versus Randy Savage.
That's happening. That's happening, dude.
No, wait. Okay. Alright, call me crazy. Alright, just call me crazy.
You're crazy.
But what if, and I say what if David, Torian, and Christina are going to, what if they do Galactus versus Unicron, and what if the Ruby team does Goku versus Superman 3?
Can we
What if?
not? Here's my
That'd be hype as fuck.
Here's my retort. No.
Okay, come on, mate. You got to admit that'd be cool.
That'd be hype.
The Ruby working on another Dragon Ball fight, Dragon Ball comic book fight. Come on.
Here's my retort. No.
Okay, just animation potential. Yes. Most other things.
No.
Oh God, no.
I
agree.
I agree.
Let's not. But can we talk about the voice acting?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Richard Barcinas and Nicholas Angelou.
Now's back. And he won!
Now's back.
Gosh.
God, yeah, thank you. How the fuck? This is, again, how did we not see this coming? How did we not see Nicholas and... okay, Nicholas, we shouldn't be surprised. The man has been in not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 death battles this past season. 4 characters.
Yeah, and also, just like the last couple seasons that he's been in, he sounded perfect as every character.
Yeah.
No, but then the biggest surprise is getting written
range is legendary.
Ha.
It's
ha.
Shut up.
I get it.
And also getting everyone's least favorite Optimus Prime voice actor to be Hulk.
That's funny.
That was awesome.
No,
dude, that guy
funny
was.
He did a spot-on impression for Hulk.
No, all seriousness, yeah. No, Hulk suited him better. Hulk suited him way better.
Don't worry, Richard. I got your back, man. I still love you as Optimus Prime, even if Brobuscus will kill me for it.
It's fine.
You're just making all sorts of enemies this episode.
It's whatever. I literally told them on Twitter, like, wow, you went from voicing my favorite character of all time to voicing one of my favorite heroes in Marvel. Good job, dude. And he, I didn't tell him how I feel about his performance as Prime, but I don't think he needs to know. I don't think. To be completely real, I don't think he'll care. I don't think he'll mind that much how I feel.
Fine.
I mean, it'd probably be like what Elsie Lovelock was with Amber's response to her Tracer. Just put in the comments, oh, sorry you didn't really like it, but your reaction was funny.
Yeah, there you go. Also, I'm just picky because I love Optimus so much. Like that's just me.
No. It's fine. Okay, well let's gush about Nicholas because
he's no longer the champion of Death Battle.
I swear. Okay, I'm not. I can't be
one
the only one. I can't be the only one who thinks this, but Nicholas's voice for Broly was so on point. I swear to God, I almost thought they got you-know-who to come back, even though that would have been possible.
Let's
would not happen.
No, not happening.
Let's not open that.
But again, it's like it was so spot on. I almost thought if anybody could replace him, it's Nicholas. Fuck,
dude.
No disrespect to. no disrespect to Johnny Young Bosch, but it's like, no, man. After this, I get Nicholas to voice Super Broly in every media.
Every time now, like, gets his performances in Death Battle, I keep thinking he's peaked. He keeps surprising me every single time. Like, how does this man do it?
Okay, I've officially dubbed Nicholas the Robert Pattinson of Death Battle because he is a voice chameleon. He literally has all of these different voices, and he keeps coming up with more. It's incredible.
Yeah, for real.
The man is a chameleon, people.
He really is. Like, it's one thing to perfectly impersonate voice actors like Yuri Lowenthal or Roger Craig Smith, but this man can do not only that, but Dave Wittenberg as well, Jason David Frank, and you know who, you can't say that you can.
Prediction for Death Battle Season 8, Nick is voicing every single male character.
He might as well.
While we're at it, just every character.
He might as well.
Just
He might as well voice
character.
every
Even
single
the female.
male character.
No, Nick is voicing both the male and female characters.
Well, everyone in that regard.
Literally everyone.
Literally
He's voicing
everyone.
R2-D2 when he gets into Death Battle.
He's the new voice. He's even gonna voice Wizard Boomstick.
Yes!
Nick's
He
taking
might
over.
Yes!
Dude, with
And
his
nobody will notice because it's that good.
with his range, he might as well. Like, this man is nuts. Also,
he
shout
nailed
out,
the gentleness.
shout out to
He
both
nailed
of
the
them. For not only
gentleness
like,
of Broly.
sorry,
Sorry,
I
go
keep
ahead.
interrupting. You go ahead.
Sorry, you go ahead. Okay.
Speak.
All right, fine. This man nailed the gentleness of Broly. He nailed the angry side of him, and he nailed Broly as a character. Like, he did such a great job fleshing out Broly in just 4 fucking minutes. Like, that is incredible.
And with only like 3 lines.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It's like, despite having not that many lines, he still manages to do a great job making Broly feel like he came off of the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie. Like, this is a great extension of that. It's almost so seamless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
And-
shout out to both.
And again, it's like, yeah, I'm done.
Okay, shout out to both of these two for not only doing a great performance as for sounding like Hulk and Broly, but also putting their throats on the line for voicing these two.
Break everything!
How many takes do you think it took
Well, see-
Richard specifically to do all of those crazy screams and rage-fueled yells from the Hulk? Like, that is nuts.
Oh my god!
No, you know what makes this even crazier? Nick confirmed that he recorded all of his lines for Broly before Kakashi.
Yeah, this was the first character he voiced.
He's been sitting on this one for a while.
Kakashi, and Danny, and Archie.
Sonic.
Yeah.
Can I just say how funny it is that there's more screaming in Hulk versus Broly than there was in Black Canary versus Sindel?
Okay, well now I think I have a theory as to why they cut the kill shot, because I just said it would have involved Broly screaming at the top of his lungs.
Now would have
maybe
lost his voice.
They didn't want him to get evicted for making too much noise.
They didn't want to kill Nicholas with all that screaming, so they
He would
cut
have
it
passed
out.
out.
And that was
that's
his
why-
choice to
'cause
voice
again-
him first.
He would have passed out.
Because again, that would explain why. That would explain why at the end he's like throat sore, because again he was supposed to be screaming his lungs off, killing Hulk, but then it's like throat sore from partial screaming.
Method acting 101, stay in character all the time.
How much you want to bet that that Mal like said that as a joke while recording,
Oh
and
my
they
God.
were just like, "That's funny. Let's
And then
keep
they
it."
just left it in anyway. Like,
They just
okay,
left
that
it
worked.
in.
No,
He just, like-
no, but okay, no, even more, because again, I feel like she gets she doesn't get as recognized as the actors, but huge props go to Marissa for doing such a great job with the voice direction.
Oh yeah, Marissa Marissa does a great job, but not only that, but she also picks the actors. Like a bunch of actors will like send in their auditions, as you do, but she's the one that makes the final say in who voices who. Like she'll probably go to like Ben or whoever's writing at the time, in this case Liam, to be like, hey, do these guys sound good? And I'll be like, heck yeah, they sound good. So they're just like, but at the end of the day, she has final say. And shout out to her for picking these two legendary voice actors for such ridiculous characters. Yes, I know. But
I would say they're incredible, not legendary.
I wouldn't be surprised if after Nick got done voicing Broly, Marissa was like, "So, you want to voice Kakashi, Archie, Sonic, and Danny Phantom?"
Sure.
He's like, "Sure."
Why not?
Just give me time to recover.
Sure. Can I have a glass of water, or like a million glasses of water?
And then that inspired the 1,000,000 next week's line.
Yes, I can record that next week, or like 1,000,000 next weeks.
It's all connected.
Yeah.
But one thing. Oh, actually,
the death battle iceberg.
Yes. One thing I actually do want to point out, and this kind of ties into what we recorded the last one before we knew who the voice actors were. Duh. But I want to quickly say, yes, I will take the L. It was not Parker as Hulk. I thought it was him. I was wrong. But that also kind of works in Richard's favor, actually, because he not only sounds like Hulk, but he sounds like Death Battle's past version of the Hulk.
Man, he did. Again, there's not many people who can really contend. And again, this isn't Nicholas's fault, but every time he's been in Death Battle, he always gets the MVP spotlight compared to the other actor. But I feel like here, Richard did such a great job contending with him that they both get the spotlight. They can just share the spotlight because, again, it's like Richard did a great job of being that snarky, cocky Devil Hulk persona. He was a great whatchamacallit. He was a great dummy Hulk. But he was just great overall as Hulk. That I kind of wish that he would have. I don't know. Maybe this is just me, but I wish he would have voiced Hulk instead of Parker in Hulk vs. Doomsday because again, he sounds more fleshed out and more put together as Hulk.
That's right.
I guess I'll agree, but I feel like that's downplaying Parker's take as well, and that's not to say that Parker was bad.
No, it's not he's bad. It's just again compared to this, it kind of makes his Hulk look one-dimensional, which again.
Well, to be fair, it was also at that time when Immortal Hulk wasn't a thing. Which, by the way, is hilarious. Which, by the way, side note, super hilarious to watch reaction videos to this. Because when they see, when they see Broly rip Hulk's head off, everyone freaks out. It's like, oh, Hulk's dead already. And then Hulk's like, well, I'm immortal, and just takes his head back. And everyone's like, well, where was this before? And I'm just well, you see, it's funny. It's kind of hard to. It's kind of hard to use all of that information when it doesn't quite exist yet.
Wait, time about. I use things that don't exist all the time.
No. But and again, I think I like to go back to what Combo said. I do think Richard had these standout lines in this episode. Especially my favorite line is Hulk ain't just incredible. Hulk is immortal.
Yeah.
It's like
I unironically love that line.
Yeah, it's great.
It's like that's awesome. And then him saying, "Yes, good angry, good
break everything, break the world."
It's
when he was
Jesus.
When he was doing that, it kind of reminded me of that of this one scene from that Avengers game, when Hulk's like beating the crap out of Abomination, and he's like slamming this machine on him. It's like, shut up! Like,
yeah.
It reminded me of that. So it's like, well, he's not only like, it kind of has that mix of like Parker's Hulk, MCU Hulk, and this video game Hulk, which is awesome.
It is. Like, I don't usually say things like this, but I think this is probably in my top 3, maybe even close to top 1 favorite voice performances of season 7. Like, it's that damn good.
Yeah. I think I'll agree with. I think I'm going to agree with that.
Yeah. And again, it's like.
By the way, I've still got the Q&A stuff open.
Yes, we'll talk about that in just a second. Let's wrap up our thoughts here.
So I guess to wrap up my thoughts, I'll go first. It's like despite my one serious critique with this episode, nothing changed. Nothing has changed. I've watched it so many times. I feel like this and All Might versus Might Guy and Darkseid versus Thanos, these 3 are now the golden standards of what a season finale has to be.
Yeah.
In terms of animation, voice acting, music, and just overall the whole package put together, because it also does a great job. This I feel does a supreme job of showing just how much Death Battle has grown in the past 10 years. Like, this is, we started with the crappy animated Boba Fett versus Samus, and we ended up here. Like, it just shows how great of a ride it's been. So, I
miss the health bars.
I don't.
Get out of here.
I really don't.
Get the hell out of here. I won't say this is my favorite episode of season 7, but it is hands down in my top 10. It's earned its place.
Oh yeah.
I think this and Winter Soldier versus Red Hood are like objectively the best episodes of the season. That said,
Absolutely.
Like when you look at it through a critical eye, I mean, yes, I think those 2 fights are like the peak of season 7. That said,
objectively, this is the best. This is the better animated 3D fight of season 7, and that's already counting Kakashi versus Kenobi and Goro versus Machamp, and not counting that other one.
That said, from a personal perspective, from an enjoyment perspective, and just from my personal tastes, I honestly think I still prefer Red versus Blue. Like, that fight means kind of a lot to me in a weird way. Like, I adore that show, and I adore those characters. So seeing not just 2 of them, but 10 of them on the same battlefield, all with their original voice actors, rest in peace Caboose, and all of them with all of them written to perfection. I honestly think I prefer that fight in general, but I will say I think this fight is objectively better. This fight has a lot more going for it from a critical eye than any fight of season 7 minus maybe Winter Soldier versus Red Hood.
Yeah, no, and again, I'd like to follow up that lastly with just saying
I also don't want to sound like I'm trying to hurry this along, but if this goes on for another hour, I'll be up for officially 20 hours straight.
Yo, you're on track to be awake longer than Frank West. So hey, that's an achievement.
Frank West was up longer than that.
Yeah, but you're on your way there.
Yeah.
So, anyone else? Anyone else got any thoughts?
I mean, if we're going in order, I might as well give my thoughts next up and get to the guest. Yeah, I know I was kind of a bit quiet during this reveal, though it's mainly because I couldn't really add anything to what everyone else. But holy crap, this was a freaking spectacular season finale and well worth the long wait. personally, in terms of finales, I think I personally, on a very, very, very personal level, prefer All Might versus Might guy. Again, very, very personally. But like, holy crap, this was freaking spectacular. And if this team is gonna be the one continuing to animate the season finales going forward, oh boy, we're in for a good ride for the rest of the season finales.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
Hey, as for me, I won't spoil like what place I put this episode in because I'm planning on doing a video on that. But I will say I think this is the best season finale we've ever had. Like,
it's quite a statement there.
Yeah,
it's a valid statement.
I'm not just saying that because it broke my curse. Honestly, if Hulk won, I'd probably still like love it as much as I do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's a personal thing, so let him have it. Let him have it.
That too.
All right.
I guess I'm up next then. So this episode is currently tied for my favorite episode with Gan and Dracula, just in general. This is honestly a match.
Really?
This was my most wanted match up until I played Persona 5, and now I just want to see Joker versus literally fucking anyone at this point. But this episode's been what I've been wanting forever, and despite the fact that they did my boy dirty, and I disagree with the results on a just astronomical level, I love this episode so damn much. I literally go back and watch it constantly, just the fight scene at points, because it is so beautiful, and the scene where Hulk grabs that mountain and flips it over and hits Broly with it is hilarious, and I could watch that on loop forever.
Yeah,
this is a great episode.
This is a case where, like, if I disagree with the results, I don't care. I like this fight too much.
Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, it's like Frank versus Leon for me. I disagree with the results quite a bit, but the episode is good enough to save that.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
With that said, speaking of the results, let's hop back into that real quick.
Oh, for goodness.
So.
Oh boy.
So, mate, you said you have the you said you have the answers to the Q&A up.
Yeah, I had it open right after I started looking for it.
Oh, all right then.
Okay.
I even said I had it, and then everyone just seemed to ignore it.
Well, we were gonna skip ahead.
We urged.
We're gonna come back. I said we were gonna come back to it, and now we're coming back to it.
Okay, yeah, true.
So,
And we're back.
So let's hop into that real quick.
Okay, so I believe one of the questions was with the feat they gave Hulk to like try and calculate how much stronger he is as the Green Scar.
The Umar
Hulk
feat.
smashing.
The smashing, yes.
Yeah. Okay, one, Liam brought that up purely because it's just a thing of Hulk having sex, and he thought that'd be hilarious to put in the analysis.
I mean, hey.
I
it was,
agree.
So.
One of the best parts of the episode.
Yeah.
Why?
Also,
Like,
he reckons that Hulk's stamina and strength should multiply around the same rate, so that should work.
I mean, if they have nothing else to go off of, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Also, the Boomstick just talking about Hulk smashing and then being like, the science of the beat.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just too funny.
I love that moment so much.
Okay, so they got some flack from, I believe it was, okay, they said a highly regarded Dragon Ball YouTuber. I know which one, I'm not sure I should say the name though.
Probably not.
Let's
honestly.
not, but I think I know who it is.
If not, you can just.
If it's my husband food, then yeah, I wouldn't recommend to say it.
Well, I'm not trying to say it in a disrespectful way, I'm just saying that he had some issues with them saying that the OG Broly and the Super Broly are essentially the same character in different situations. And like, why did they
now I
even-
know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. It ain't.
Yep.
Continue, sorry.
Okay, but yeah, basically they incorporated the original because in terms of going over the legendary Super Saiyan form, the 2018 movie doesn't really give a whole lot to go on.
It really doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
The
So that's
legendary
why they-
Super Saiyan form
That's
shows
why
up
they
for
looked the
all of
original
like 10
and
minutes.
Kale for more info.
I will say it does make sense to use like Like for Z Broly, like freaking Super Broly is much more powerful than Z Broly. So I really don't see the problem with using that as like as supporting evidence.
I honestly, I kind of feel kind of like the same way what they did with Crash versus Spyro, in a way, ish.
It's kind of different in that sense, but I'm not
kind of different, but also kind of the same. I'd say
that's another thing.
Also, some people might have thought that, I don't know, they were trying to say that those two Brolys were the same power. No, they are not.
Absolutely.
No, they're not.
Cell would have been destroyed had Goku been around that strength.
Or maybe Cell's just that powerful.
I guess.
No, let's not start that around.
No. Okay, so some people pulled them out for this like black textbooks that they had. That
this is dumb. Beans. This is so dumb to complain about. I know what you're about to get to. It's so like.
They didn't even bring it up.
They didn't even bring it up. Yeah.
No, I mean, like, they didn't like use it in the post-analysis or anything. Like, it wasn't like, oh, and he wins because Sensu Bean. You.
Yeah.
No. And they probably, I think they said if they were gonna use it, it'd probably just be like, oh, if he gets knocked into like his calm state, so he's like weaker, he'd probably just like, you know, eat a Senzu Bean, get his strength back, and then keep fighting or something along those lines. But it also just wasn't needed anyway.
It really wasn't, and they didn't bother. They didn't mention it in the post analysis. So who really cares? Like,
yeah.
I would understand if it was a point for Broly winning.
Yeah.
It's the most rage I've ever seen from one of those black boxes.
I know, and it's also like weird because everyone's like, because people were actually like, Broly didn't actually have a Sensu Bean. It's like Goku straight up gave it to him at the end of the movie, but okay. Now, to be fair, he hasn't used it, but also this is the first and so far only time we're seeing this character. So, like,
he technically by canon would have it, but
yeah. Now, whether or not he'll use it in a fight is another question entirely, but that doesn't matter.
Or whether or not he knows what it is.
Yeah, but it also doesn't matter because, as they pointed out, he doesn't really need them.
yeah, we don't really need to debate. Can Broly eat a bean?
Yeah, like that's another thing. Like, wow, Broly has these bag of beans. He can't use them because I said so. Like that's kind of the impression I'm getting from all of this. It's weird.
Yeah.
It is. Okay. What was the others?
Let's see. I think there was something about like the regeneration.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because the
leader. Someone called the leader could regenerate from nothing.
Yes. So basically, the response to this was, yes, that's something the leader can do. We've never seen the Hulk do it, so we don't know how, like, if it's like based on like gamma radiation or if it's based on a specific power that the leader has. Also, it took him months to do it, so like it wasn't just like, oh, I've been disintegrated and I'm back now. Like,
yeah, like Death Battle's rules, like that would have been a victory for the other person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if this is something that the Hulk is capable of doing, which is reasonable to say, I'll be fair, but even if that's the case, that's still a loss for Hulk, because, yeah, he'll come back, but it'll take him a long time to do it.
At that point, Broly would be back at full stamina, and the fight would just start over.
Yeah.
Actually, he'd probably heal and then have a Zenkai boost.
Yeah. Now, truth be told, Hulk should win no matter what, but we'll get into that later.
Okay, so next up.
Okay, a lot of people brought up this statement about the size of the Marvel Universe.
Oh. I don't remember the response to this, so I'm glad you have the notes up.
Yeah, Liam looked into it, did all the maths and calculations for it, and Broly still comes out way stronger.
Yeah.
I made this mistake because I saw tons of people throwing around 100 trillion light years.
Mm-hmm.
Someone in the comments of my reaction was like, I don't know if anyone's brought this up, but that's the DC universe.
Oh. Oops.
Yeah. Whoops.
It is, and I'm just like, oh my god, that clarifies so much.
Whoops.
Let's see. Oh yeah, there was something about Broly and Gogeta's like maximum power, and how the hell do you calculate that?
Oh yeah, because like they show up once.
Also, they don't really calculate their maximum power. They just go off of, okay, here's a thing that Goku and Beerus did. Here are the multipliers that we have for Goku's Super Saiyan forms. They're on Super Saiyan Blue, which is way stronger than 3, but that's enough. So just based off of that, and the fact that Gogeta's like a Super Saiyan squared,
Pretty much.
At his strongest,
Yeah, the multiplier
is more powerful than him.
Yeah. In a general sense, I'm usually against using multipliers if the feats they have are enough. But in this case, like Dragon Ball. But in this case, Dragon Ball is super weird with it. Because like they always have like these great and powerful feats at the beginning of their shows. Like every single time, like Z era, like Frieza blows up Planet Vegeta, Super, Goku and Beerus' clash. Like they're always at the beginning, and they always improve as the series go on. That's the whole point of Saiyans. Like that's so it's just weird. Like every single time, it's like, well, I could have just destroyed the universe just now, but then again, I also lost to this random nobody because I don't know. Like it's so. It's so.
I want to throw out my hot take on scaling for this. I think the multiple. I have two big things I want to throw out because this applies to the multiplier bullshit. So I think using multipliers for this is kind of stupid because a lot of the times character A, Goku shows up, loses to whatever character has, character will pull off some solar system, whatever feat in that arc. Goku shows up, gets his ass handed to him, comes back with a new form, wins the fight. There's never really a reason to use the multiplier thing unless the character unless that form has no feats that they can reasonably put at. Like Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, I can understand using multipliers for that.
Yeah, and in turn, Legendary Super Saiyan Broly.
Yeah, but we have feats for Goku in his blue form. So why are we like using multipliers from his Super Saiyan God form when we have feats for his blue form?
I could tell you the reason, but I'd rather accept for if it actually happens. So.
But here's my other big complaint with this episode's research, and this has bothered me since Beerus vs. Galactica, because they did this here too. Why are they scaling their speed to the shockwave speed? They are not moving at the same speed as the shockwave. That's like if I scaled my speed to That's like if I scaled my attack speed to how fast a baseball I hit with a baseball bat went. That doesn't make any sense.
Remember.
Well, you gotta remember, they're only doing it. They're only doing it for the stronger characters. They're not doing it for even the low tier Dragon Ball characters are still massively hypersonic. Hell, even maybe close to FTL. But for Goku, Vegeta, Beerus, and Broly, they have to scale them they have to scale their speed to the shockwave. Like,
but there's no reason to that
because
I think there is some.
I get what you're saying. Yes, I get what you're saying, but again, that's just that's the way they've chosen to do that. Does it make any sense? No, because again, all four of those characters are already FTL. They're probably even now multi-FTL for that matter, but regardless of that, again, they're just gonna fucking do it. That's just how it is.
And my big problem with this is they gave him that speed scaling and Hulk was still faster, but that speed scaling makes no sense. Hulk should have been shitloads faster because what they're scaling to him speed-wise doesn't make any sense.
I'll look at that.
I'm gonna ask about the shockwave thing because I know the blog does it too. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask for the.
Really annoys me.
I'm gonna ask for
Liam didn't say anything about the shockwave thing, so I've got no clue on that.
Of course.
Damn.
So I'm gonna ask the blog about that. I'll get back to you on the response later.
All right.
Are we done?
They did. No, there's 3 more.
Alright, let's wrap.
So there was why didn't they use Devil Possessed Hulk
Oh, it's
against Broly? So like the one below all in Hulk's body.
Oh, it's simple.
Because-
That's not the Hulk.
Because yeah, at that point it'd be the one below all versus Broly, not Hulk versus Broly.
I mean, either way, Broly should have lost.
I think that's such a stupid question anyway, because it's not Hulk. It's that simple. Like that's the one below all.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Like,
anyway,
really, that's
Right,
whatever. Anyways,
let's see. Oh, they got some people complaining because they use the Daizenshuu, like the Dragon Ball Encyclopedia, and applied it to super feats. They were like, "Oh, the Daizenshuu is outdated. You shouldn't use it."
just because it's outdated doesn't mean it doesn't help.
Also, I'm pretty sure the multipliers for the Super Saiyan forms are still canon.
I see no reason why it shouldn't be.
That's all they used it for. Just like
that's such a.
We know this is the multiplier for this form.
Yeah, no. Again, that's such a weird question. That's such a weird statement because again, I've said like many of the Dragon Ball YouTubers have said this before, and I'll repeat it here. We're at the point where Dragon Ball doesn't have a fucking canon anymore. There is no canon. It just does whatever the fuck it wants.
GT would like to have a word with you.
Again, it's like, no, it's true. It's like, there is no canon anymore. Anyway.
Okay, so there was another question about Hulk scaling to 4 and how much faster that would make him to Broly.
I've heard this one, and all I gotta say is it wouldn't have changed anything. I'm sorry, it would not have changed because the super speed thing Thor did came out way before. It came out way before. It came out. By the time it came out, they were already done with this fight. So, sorry.
They also literally explain that in the fight, but okay. They literally say the Hulk is slightly faster, but alright, whatever.
Also, as I've been trying to say, they didn't bring this up in the episode, but the same multipliers also apply to characters' speeds.
Yeah.
So if they really went into that, Broly would have been faster as well.
Because they're using the stupid shockwave thing that makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, no, sorry. Again, it's like just because this thing came out for Thor, that's a Thor thing. That really can't apply to Hulk. Because again, Hulk has gotten his ass kicked by Thor tons and tons of times. So really, even if they wanted
at the same time, though,
it wouldn't have changed anything. I'm sorry.
Well, at the same time,
to be fair, Hulk also kicked Thor's ass several times.
Yes, but Thor has done it more times than Hulk. So at this point, it's just again, I get it's just people wanting them to add on more stuff for Hulk, and at this point, nothing really would have changed.
That's it, by the way.
All right.
Okay. Still have not gotten a response back. I'll probably get back to that in off-screen land. Okay. With that said, I guess we're moving.
With season 8.
With that said, I guess we're moving on.
Season 8.
Yeah. Well, actually, there is one. Well, actually, it's also about Hulk vs. Broly, but also about season 8 that we should probably bring up. Which
What's
also.
that?
Oh yeah.
The end credits scene.
Oh.
Where Boomstick joins the Avengers.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just kidding. Oh.
Where he gets invited to Smash Brothers.
Yes. Yes.
No, he gets invited to Fortnite.
Like, even if it doesn't get brought up in season 8, I think we should at least agree talk about it. So basically, after the results, there's a end credit scene where Dummy gets a letter to Hulk and says, and I quote,
The Hulk.
Yeah, you said he gets a letter to the Hulk.
Gosh,
Hulk died.
Gosh dang it. Where he gets a letter to Boomstick, I hate the English one, saying, where Johnny gets a letter to Boomstick saying, Boomstick, a green strange man in a zoot suit left a letter for you. And then, when he reads the letter, it turns out to be...
to that, though, just, sounds legit, gimme.
Yeah. And then, it turns out it's from his dad. Which, I don't know how that's gonna play into Season 8, but,
Well, they did go over that briefly on Cast.
Oh, they did? Okay.
Some people thought that was hinting that the mask is Boomstick's dad.
Yeah, which is really
that would be
weird.
hilarious.
Okay.
Okay, the mask was just there to deliver a fucking letter. He is not his actual dad.
Yeah, I remember
Challenge
Ben said
accepted.
I remember Ben said that he was like kind of concerned about whether or not they should keep that in because like they keep doing with Deadpool, like the mask isn't a character that they own. It's just kind of like, well, we keep using this character we don't own. So but Liam was like,
imagine if Rooster Teeth buy the rights to the mask.
Oh my god.
They wouldn't be able to afford it.
That would be funny.
Are you kidding me?
But then,
of course they would.
No.
Oh my god.
Dude, the Mask, say what you want, the Mask comic series sells really well. I own, like, the entire anthology of Mask comics.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. You
Warner will could probably
anyway,
get it. Anyways, Liam was like, well, I like to think that the Mask is like the Hermes of Death Battle, like he's just in the background delivering letters.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of like what they did with Deadpool to a lesser extent. Since it's pretty clear they're not going to be doing it with Deadpool anymore. His arc is pretty much over.
Yeah.
Until it's not.
Until they bring him back for a 4th episode.
Oh, please no.
Deadpool vs. Batman. Yeah.
Oh, please no.
Oh gosh.
No, screw you. Deadpool vs. Dante.
Yes.
Well, it's a Dante
Anyway.
W, so I don't really whatever. Anyways, but no. Basically, what that's supposed to be hinting at is that Boomstick is going to be learning more about himself, like more about his past. I saw some people like speculate on like that being like a combatant tease, which I really don't see.
Like the Mask and Sarge returning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't see. And I mean, I guess I'll leave that option on the table, but I don't see it.
Oh, that's fair.
Or they could just have like I was talking to Max about this idea. Like they had Sarge like
shot every
interact
time
with.
brings up Max.
Oh, you're one to talk, Richard.
Exactly. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, basically Sarge like interacts with like Wiz and Boomstick, and maybe they even have a moment and like hug and cry or something. While Wiz is just kind of like there, just like uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So is this canon to Red versus Blue now? Like, is it officially canon?
No.
It should be.
Damn.
No. Everything that's happened in like that the metaverse, everything that happened.
Wiz tries to say something, but then both Sarge and Boomstick say, "Ruin the moment, and I'll shoot you in the head." And they just cry even more.
They did specify that that's going to be like more of like a. It's not going to be like a main focus. Like the focus is still the matchups. Duh. Like we're not getting like an animated special like the Adventures of Wiz and
Death
Boomstick.
Battle Christmas special.
Yes.
I would watch the hell out.
I would watch it, but it's not happening. That's not what it's hinting at. It's just kind of. I guess it's just kind of hinting at more like jokes and lore behind the characters.
And that's fine. No, it is.
Yeah, that's whatever.
I mean,
it gives
I
more.
wish I could be.
It gives more personality to these characters, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they didn't have enough personality.
Well, they didn't have a body at first. Like that's kind of the that was kind of the main
well,
issue.
still, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate to be the cynic. I hate to be. Don't care about Wiz's about Boomstick's father arc. I can't. I don't care about that stuff.
You
Sorry.
monster.
Yeah, that's fair.
I care. I care about the combatants, and that's it.
My
Sorry.
cursor is over the button. I could do it.
Kick him.
Sure
No,
you
gosh
could.
dang it.
Anyways, so yeah, I think that's
So-
pretty much all that was going for. It's a cute scene.
Yeah, that's
I look forward to seeing what that's going to entail. But as of right now, like it's not going to be a main focus, so whatever.
All right. Now
So you know
let's
what the
end
main
off on
focus
season
is?
8
Yes, the
before
combatants.
May collapses.
Oh, he's already gone.
He's already gone.
Like,
No,
No,
I'm
he's-
still here.
No, he's not. I know. We're just joking.
So remember last season where they teased a bunch of fighters at the end of All Might versus Might
oh
Guy?
no, they did the thing. They did the thing we said they would do.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
No.
Yo. You got the hard read.
Yes.
It's like
The hard read is something that was
like
fairly
well, guess
obvious.
it's like well guess what, they did it again
Still a
to the
hard
shock
read.
of no one.
now
no one should have been
everyone's
surprised by
going to
this.
be asking, will they do it again for season 9?
Honestly,
No,
I'm-
ironically,
will
they
do it again
won't.
for season 10.
honestly, I'd be unironically okay with that because I do kind of like speculating about it.
Yeah.
Which leads to us speculating, quote unquote, about who will be fighting.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
so-
have 6 characters, right?
Yes.
6.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
mate, you said you had
Alright.
notes.
Potentially more, we'll see.
Mate, you said you had notes about season
Oh.
8. Do they
Yeah.
relate to, can any of them be said before we get into the team
Okay.
combatants?
Oh, did they
Okay,
confirm
so-
Luke or Yoda?
No.
Okay,
Or
the-
R2.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Hang on.
Anyway, they've been seeing a lot of people talk about like legacy matchups and how that's going to be like the thing for this season. Ben wanted to clarify some of this
Oh,
because
no.
God.
legacy matchups can mean different things for different people.
Right.
Okay, so this season is going to feature fights that have history with them,
Correct.
highly requested fights for years.
Mhm.
Yep.
Some since day one.
Yeah, fights that have been
Uh,
suggested from day one.
And there goes Joker
Mhm.
vs. Jorno.
Go on.
And I kind of wanted to save this for when we were talking about the last character, but whatever. A certain rematch might be happening.
Oh, I wonder what that's going to
Yo,
imply.
Goku vs. Superman
Um,
3, let's
Oh
go.
gosh
No.
dang it.
Another one, like the other types of matchups that are going to happen next season are just ones that they've joked about doing. And it's like, well, we're doing them now.
Yeah.
Serial mascot battle
I think-
royale,
okay.
please.
No, it's more likely going to be Macho Man versus Blade Man.
Yeah,
Chuck
probably.
versus Sega to 2.
They've even said that some of the ones that people like, they've seen some of the guesses that people said, and they were like, "Wow, they're spot on." Like some of these guesses are spot on. Those are matches that are going to happen next season. They didn't say which ones, but
And now we get to talk about them with the teased characters.
yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So-
Let's
And
talk about them.
we start off with the 2 most confusing ones.
Yeah,
Yay.
so-
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
we're
get
gonna-
to the confusing ones. First.
Yeah, so we're gonna go in order because I said so. I don't know any other reason.
You're
why.
not the boss of this podcast.
Let's go reverse. Reverse
No.
order. Let's start at
I
the
mean-
end.
No, no.
Actually, he
No.
kind of is. His name's in the. Okay.
Yeah. Screw you.
Anyway,
Also,
go
it makes sense to go in order.
Anyways,
Well,
so
let's
first off, probably the most confusing one, which is funny because that's what we're starting with. So we're starting with Star Wars. Star Wars is coming back.
Yeah, R2-D2, let's go.
No,
R2-D2
no,
doesn't
okay.
have Captain Pound.
All right, so
Yes.
So
I-
Richard, you are our
it's
resident
been-
Star Wars fan. Please explain what's happening here.
Okay, I will. So for clarification, so I can confirm via my storyboarder best buddy that it will be in fact Yoda. It's not Luke. It's not R2. It is Yoda. Yoda
okay,
will
let
be
me-
in will be in season 8.
Okay.
So-
Okay, let me throw Luke versus Harry 2 in the fucking trash can.
And if I could make a prediction on who I think Yoda's gonna fight, I
Yeah,
don't
the
think
same.
it's
Well,
going to be
can
Yoda.
we talk about
I
the
don't
character first?
Oh, sorry. So, okay. All right.
Can we
right.
talk about the fact that this
Yoda
character
is-
is in Death Battle?
All right.
Um,
Yoda is Yoda. I don't really
Yoda
know
is
what to
Yoda.
say other than that he's the
I am-
Grandmaster
So-
of the Jedi Order during the prequel era.
Oh my
No,
god, let
if
this guy talk.
if we want to talk about characters with history, like characters or matchups with history with Death Battle, look no further than Yoda, because
Yeah.
for those who don't remember, there was a Death Battle cast called I
Yeah.
don't know who's banned from Death Battle or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
And they talked about that. They clearly specified, and I don't know if people are like jokingly ignoring this or they just are just that ignorant. But they literally said that no one is technically banned from Death Battle.
No.
Like it really depends on what's happening at the time, I suppose. Like if a character exists, they may be featured. There's no like this character will never ever be featured. Ben's joked in the past about characters like Sasuke and Silver. Sasuke got his Death Battle, so that's not true. So his joke wasn't true. But there was that one Death Battle cast when they were talking about characters like one of them was Mickey Mouse because Fear of the Big Mouse Company. And the other one was Yoda because Ben freaking hates Yoda.
What a monster.
Specifically the prequels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understandable, actually.
Yeah, Ben hates what the prequels did to Yoda.
Yep.
Which on one hand, fair, I suppose. I guess I could see that, but on the other hand, it's still like Yoda still has his fans, regardless, myself included. I freaking love Yoda.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I'm not going to feature this character because I don't like him. Like that just feels like bad taste.
Wasn't it also
Stupid mentality.
Wasn't it also like his pacifism or something like that as well?
I don't know.
I mean, Aang got on Death Battle.
I seem to remember that. Or I forget
yeah.
what.
But on one hand, like, okay, yes, that's a stupid mentality, but on the other hand, he was clearly joking. Like, I don't know how people didn't catch that, but he was clearly joking.
Whoops.
And as to be expected, here we are. Also, Ben's not directing as many fights anymore. Like, the director's chair is being... Like, he's still directing fights. It's still his show. But there's now 3 directors for this show. We forgot to mention that. Joshua Kazami, I am hoping I'm pronouncing that name right. And Liam Swan are sitting in the director's chair now.
The JoJo Bird of Destiny.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that'll be cool. So yeah. So here we are, and Yoda's in Death Battle. Yay!
Yay.
Woo!
Now,
It didn't take years for another Star Wars character to get in. Woohoo!
Yeah. It didn't take 79 episodes. Like that's
Yay.
yay.
yay, and it's a
Actually,
character
not
people still like.
His opponent, I guess.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Which is a bit of an odd.
I
Mr.
don't think
Miyagi.
I mostly see 2 thrown around. It's either
Alright.
King Mickey from Kingdom Hearts or Meta Knight from Kirby.
Yeah, those are the two I see too.
I think it's going to be King Mickey. I don't think it's going to be Meta Knight because, okay, first of all, have you seen Kirby? And second question, how much do you want Yoda to die?
I was talking
I
to
really
a friend,
don't
and
want him
we
to.
actually think Yoda might win.
No.
No.
It's kind of, I don't know. Kirby
I mean-
stats are.
Okay.
Okay,
calm down.
how do I
Oh,
mute
God.
him too? I can't still. Dang it. I don't know. Kirby stats are. I don't know. Kirby stats are whack.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah, no.
Okay, now
it's-
here's the thing. We do say Meta Knight is the superior physical combatant. But it's
Yeah.
just with all the crazy crap that the Force can do. Like, Jesus.
What
Yeah.
good is the Force if you're decapitated before you even know what's happening?
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. It's like I don't think it's gonna be Meta Knight. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
I
'Cause
think
that's
it
the
is
only
gonna
option
be
I
Team
see.
Mickey.
Because that's the only option I see
I-
though. Because Mickey's legacy matches Bugs. Like that's like
Yeah.
freaking duh.
yeah.
Granted,
It's-
Okay, well,
this is.
This is King of Mickey. This isn't
yeah,
Mickey
from Kingdom
Mouse.
Hearts, right?
This is Kingdom Hearts Mickey. This is a completely different Mickey.
Which I mean,
So-
would still be a bit confusing to use, but I mean, I guess.
Yeah, no.
What
no,
about
no.
Dumbledore?
Why the fuck would
No.
Dumbledore fight Yoda?
Because Luke versus Harry, alright?
If anything, Dumbledore's gonna fight Gandalf.
Yeah.
Still no. I
Either
mean,
way, no,
yes, that's gonna happen, but no.
Yeah, no. All seriousness, no. I think he makes much more sense thematically, and I also think, like, okay, it would be a much more better matchup to see animation-wise than something like Yoda versus Meta Knight, because number one, Meta Knight can scale to Kirby. Number two, Meta Knight has flight and area control, so really he can get around Yoda. And number three, and most important of all, he's gonna shit stomp Yoda into a baby Yoda meat pie.
Okay, don't bring Baby Yoda into this. Come on, man.
Well, I had to. I'd be sad.
You didn't
I
have
don't know.
to.
I think it'd be.
They are two separate characters. You just decided to throw them in there.
I don't know. I think it'd be cool if it
I'm
was
half an
Meta-
hour away to being up for 20 hours straight.
Oh,
Okay, so-
we get it. You want to sleep. Gah.
Okay, so if it
Yes.
is, okay, let me just say, if it is Meta Knight, I'm down because I like both those characters. Even
Yeah,
though
same.
I'm far
Yeah.
from I am far from a Kirby fan, but I like Meta Knight. Meta Knight's
Meta
cool.
You know what? The friend I
Um,
was talking to, he loves Star Wars. Like, he's,
Understandable.
I want to say, almost as much a fan of Star Wars as he is Halo. And that's saying something from him. But Meta Knight is his main in Smash Brothers. So that would be right up his alley.
Yeah, so there you go.
Just give me Mr. Miyagi versus Yoda. I'll be happy.
no.
Yeah, and actually, there is one other opponent that I had in mind that I want to bring up, but I don't think it's that likely.
Yeah, sure,
So-
go
Who
ahead.
would that be?
That would be Master Roshi.
Oh yeah, dude,
Oh.
I love that fight.
It,
Why?
it's like
I mean, I
why-
get it. I get it that the theme is there, but like, I don't see that working from an animation perspective.
No.
I don't either. I just feel like if, like, it's a, I don't know. I feel like that would have been a long time request for a while. I feel
Like
So
I see the theme. The theme is there. But
it's a good thing.
but I just don't see it working from a fight perspective.
I just want to
Fair
see Yoda spin his lightsaber and deflect a Kamehameha.
The one you guys remember?
That's impossible. Anyway,
Do you guys remember Ben's old defunct Ask FM account from like 5 years ago? Like Ben had this like site or something that he would like ask. He would get questions from. And he would answer them. I don't remember every single detail, but like, one of the questions he would get was like, would you do like Yoda versus I think it was Splinter.
Oh, I love that one as well.
And that's pretty much where the whole and aside from Death Metal Cast, that's pretty much where the whole I don't like Yoda thing started.
okay.
I kept getting I was getting confused. Like, I was wondering if I kept forgetting. Did the guy who asked that question say Splinter or Shifu? Because I keep getting them mixed up. But I think it was
God.
but I think it was
Shifu versus Yoda.
but I think it was
Okay.
Splinter. I think it was
All
Splinter.
right, now we're getting carried away.
Yeah. So basically, it's either Yoda versus Meta Knight or Yoda versus Kingdom Hearts Mickey.
Yeah.
I guess I'm cool either way. I'm just happy that Yoda is here.
There you go.
And yeah. Okay, moving on.
Now to the most why the heck and what the heck.
Okay,
character
so this
here.
one isn't confusing from an opponent perspective. It's just more confusing that it's a thing.
I mean,
So-
it is also kind of confusing from an opponent perspective.
Not really. I kind of think it's a shoo-in, but
Not
anyways.
from what I've seen. But
anyways, so shock and surprise, Doctor Doom is coming back.
Yes, he definitely warrants that.
Wow, I did not see that
what
coming.
the heck?
I don't think anyone saw that coming.
I
No.
didn't see him coming the
like-
first time he was on the show.
I mean, when
honestly,
Vader
but,
was
like-
announced, I had a feeling.
Yeah.
It was like out of all the characters to bring back in your legacy. I mean, I guess out of two. Why Doom? Like, especially like since I feel like they're
You
like
got a problem
better.
with Doom, ZDogg?
No. That's not what I'm saying. It's just why bring them back when there are like a few
Why
other
not?
Marvel characters.
I'm guessing there's a lot of like because they always have their discussions behind the scenes that no one knows about. So I'm guessing
Yeah.
like maybe like there was a long time like joke of bringing back Doom that we just didn't know about.
Or maybe just his matchup is just a really requested one. Out of
Yeah.
nowhere. I guess. I don't know.
But still, I like Doom. I think he's a fine enough character. But like,
Yeah,
wow,
Doom's cool. It's just I definitely did not expect to see him.
yeah.
Also
I
because
kinda-
I didn't
Oh.
recognize him from the teaser, so
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
kind of
didn't
thought
either.
they would just leave him with Vader. I kind of just expected him to just have his fight with Vader, and that's it. Like,
Wow.
because that was Doom's fight. That was for the longest time. That's who people
Yeah,
suggested
no.
Doom to fight was Vader. But I guess they were just like, hey, why not? So
Yeah, and I've seen
So,
3 opponents for him.
I've
Yeah.
seen 2,
I bet
and
none
I
of
think
them are the one I want.
I've seen 2, and I really don't think one of them's happening.
yeah.
okay, what's that one that you don't think's happening?
Gilgamesh from
Fate.
Fate's Day.
No.
Fate, whatever.
I've seen that
No.
one floating around.
I've seen
Sure.
that floating
No, I'm
around, and
sorry.
I
That's the one
don't,
I've seen thrown out the most.
I don't see it.
You don't trust me. You do not want to see you. You don't want to see a Fate character in Death Battle. Believe me. You don't.
I've heard his series Fate's a pretty mind effy series, so
Yeah.
It's
That's what
complicated.
I've heard
Let me
too.
put it to you this way.
Um,
Fate makes Kingdom Hearts look more put together than it already is.
oh great.
Wow.
And I'll
Yeah.
That's it.
I'll end it at that. And
Well, Richard, keep that in
I
mind.
wanna see-
because
what are the
the other 2 combatants I've seen are both DC characters.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
want to see
yeah,
Dr.
I
Numbers
think-
Ganondorf.
I think one of them. Yeah, it's Lex.
No.
I seriously think it's that one.
it's gonna
I mean,
be Lex. I guarantee.
Probably. I mean, I don't.
I seriously
I
think
guess
it's Lex. I really don't see any other
It makes
route they go
so
with.
much sense.
Yeah, mainly it does the more I think about it.
Oh, so
What? What was the other one? I don't remember hearing another
Oh,
one.
the other one.
Black
I've seen
Adam.
Is, yeah, Black Adam.
Oh. No. If
Why?
Adam's no, if we're
Because-
getting
okay.
Adam, he's
okay, you people who make these matchups, you seriously need to investigate or do some proper research.
I actually heard the match is actually
You need to
oddly
do a
well
better job of
connected.
putting these matchups
but,
together.
like,
if we're
like,
getting
I guess-
Adam, he's fighting
No.
Apocalypse. Like
Yeah,
that's
he's fighting Apocalypse X-Men Marvel comics.
He's either finding and either way, no. I think it's going to be Lex Luthor because it makes more sense thematically. Both are well-educated geniuses. Both are philanthropists, billionaires. Both use technology to pretty much
Why does that
fight their
sound
enemies.
familiar?
And lastly, both of them are both of them believe that they would make the world a better place if their superhero antagonist would get the hell out of their way. In Dr. Doom's case, it's not a belief, it's a fact.
Yeah,
Because,
even
the
like
God
a
showed
god
you
agreed with that.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah,
we
so-
could also see him fight Ganondorf, and that'd be sick as hell.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
Yes, it would.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Either way, can't wait to see Lex die again. Like that's just like,
Lex would get destroyed by Doom.
like that's.
Because Doom is
Oh
Doom.
man.
Oops.
Okay.
Like-
Oops.
Oops.
No. Because again, none of you read DC Comics, so I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait
do.
until that matchup happens.
Look, Richard. Don't get me wrong.
You can realize just.
Richard, don't get me wrong. If Lex, do not
Oh
get
my
the wrong
gosh.
idea. If Lex wins, if Lex manages to win, I will actually be happy. I actually prefer Lex.
No, I know you will.
but-
I'm just like saying, like.
But like if Lex has something up his sleeve that Doom can't compete against, I will be shocked. I will be happy, and I will accept it. But until then, I'm siding with Doom all the way.
Okay.
Doom is just ridiculously
Because Doom is
powerful.
Doom.
Because Doom is Doom.
All right.
Doom is ridiculous. Okay, next one. Hey, ZDogg, how excited are you right now?
I think me and Kaba are both very excited for this.
Oh, yeah. Protagonist of my
Okay.
second favorite anime. Let's go.
Let's go! It's
Oh, wait.
Ryuko time!
Yuko Matoi.
The winner is
Uh,
Ryuko.
We're finally getting Kill the Kill in Death Battle.
Yay!
Finally.
Finally!
I
I'm
can't wait for that
about
episode to be
time.
demonetized.
I'm going to binge. I'm going to try and binge watch it before
Please
that episode
do.
happens.
Oh, it's only
not
like
only-
It's very good.
Not only
it's
for
like
that, but
20
24
episodes.
episodes.
You can binge it. Yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah.
25.
24
Oh, really?
25.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's literally one season. It's also one of the
super
best
easy.
animes ever.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. I'll
The
probably
music for
start
it is
soon.
fantastic as well.
Oh, yes.
Just
And I
don't lose
can't
your way.
wait.
Just go through the whole thing.
I
Alright.
Go through the whole
can't
thing.
wait.
All right.
Oh, dang it! I was gonna make that pun beforehand. Dang it! I lost my chance. Anyway.
Anyway.
So, anyways, ZDogg and I guess Combo too.
Yeah.
But ZDogg's the actual host. So,
Ouch.
Whatever.
no,
I don't care.
no offense. So, you're the resident Kill la Kill fans here. So,
Yeah.
so lay it down on us. What's going on? First off, what's the clip? Because I know a lot of people were confused.
The clip
that's-
is her transformation into her first.
Yeah,
Or
so
ma-
the first time she transforms, it does this super zoom in
Yeah.
scene where you watch
Yeah.
the Kamui
All-
Senket pierce into
Yeah,
her veins and like
basically-
absorb the blood.
Yeah, because that's the thing with Senketsu. He basically takes Ryuko's blood, hence the name. Before my
And she
body
gets-
drive one of the tracks.
Yes, and if she loses too much, she can transform back because he feeds on her blood.
Yeah.
Although-
so basically, the
although
clip
after
is
he-
her piercing into her skin.
Okay.
Although after they grow close enough, it gets to a point where he doesn't need to consume her
He
blood
uses
anymore.
minimal. No, he still uses it, but it's like minimal use.
Yeah.
So yeah, it doesn't really affect her all that much.
Okay.
Yeah, unless she gets like completely annihilated and loses all of her blood.
Basically.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's not depressing in any way, shape, or form.
I mean,
So yeah, can we agree that this chick's opponent is like an absolute shoo-in?
yeah.
Like,
One way or another, yeah.
Kind of.
There are some I've seen people throw around.
It's Shadow.
Like,
Bayonetta.
It's Shadow.
it's Shadow.
well, at least
Oh.
let me say the other things first,
Yeah.
Richard. Jesus.
I wasn't talking. I was talking to Combo.
Oh, I'm 100% guaranteeing that it's going to be Shadow, but she has other options. There is Bayonetta.
Yeah.
I think,
Okay, let
it's
him-
Shadow.
Yeah, but what were you gonna say, regardless, mate?
I was just gonna say, I know a lot of people wanted Ryuko to fight Krona, but considering Krona was just in this season, I doubt it's gonna be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No.
honestly, I think Nui makes more sense for her anyway.
There's
Yeah.
Akame from Akame Got Killed.
That
Mm,
fight's so boring.
I really don't see
Ryuko
the.
kills
I
her
don't
in
see
2
it.
seconds, and Akame doesn't have a chance to do anything.
Yeah, I don't see the. I also don't really see the theme for that one. It's just
Red
aesthetic.
and Black
Got
Swordswoman
killed.
from anime.
Got
also
killed.
got killed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I also don't get Tetsumi personally, but that's whatever.
So
Okay.
that
Also,
just
the
leaves.
connection of blood. Akame's got a big thing with blood as well.
So I guess that just leaves Shadow.
Yeah, it's most likely going to be
Yeah,
Shadow.
it's probably gonna be Shadow.
The researcher.
Shadow.
like-
Although I've
like-
also seen Neptune from that one Sega game floating around.
Yeah.
Like
Like she,
even the research
she has a
team are
bunch
like,
of options.
we're-
It's just
even the research team are like, yeah, we're gonna be pushing for Ryuko versus Shadow. And from the general consensus, it looks like everyone is super stoked. Everyone who's fans
the
of
Shadow will actually
Every-
win.
everyone who's fans of both
Says
these
you.
two.
oh boy.
Everyone who's fans of both of
Says-
these series
says
are like,
facts.
yeah, this sounds cool. There's actually I haven't seen it because I want to watch the show first. But there's a video. There's like 20 something reasons why Kill la Kill and Shadow the Hedgehog are the same story.
I love that video so much.
Oh yeah, it's such a spot-on
It's so
video.
funny.
I'll watch it after the fact so I can like judge myself before I see that video. But I guarantee
wanna-
I guarantee you this is what's going to happen. All right, I'm going to watch the show. I'm going to be super confused as to how they're the same aside from aesthetic, and then I'm going to watch the video and be like, oh,
Yeah.
that's what's going to
bro,
happen.
I
Duh.
want to say this. I want to say this before you watch it, and then you're gonna not understand it until you finish the series. But Kill la Kill is just gender bent Devil May Cry, and wait till you get to the series, you'll realize exactly why I said it.
Okay.
Alright, moving on.
I'm going to keep
Also,
that in mind.
clothing is evil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
pigs in human clothing.
Moving
Anyways,
on.
so
Well,
it being
wait.
Also, Kill la Kill is canonically Shadow's favorite anime.
Yes,
This is true.
Yes!
this is true.
I really hope that gets brought up in the episode.
Alright.
In the fight, Shadow's like, "Oh my God, you're real."
They'll probably have it in like as like a side note in the background tab, which would be funny.
Yeah, just have it like a
Uh,
side note. Don't have that be the reason why they fight, because
No.
that'd just be weird.
um,
Yeah.
Shadow needs to say "What a ripoff," and Ryuko, when she kills Shadow, needs to say "Sayonara." That's all I need.
that's funny.
Oh, okay, no.
That's funny you say that. No.
No.
No,
Alright, moving on.
I'm happy. I
Alright.
will say if it is Shadow, which chances are it's going to be. I'm happy they're bringing him back. Because
Equal.
my gosh, he needs something.
Yeah.
Please don't have Taka voice him worse.
Oh gosh.
Please
No
get like
guarantee of that.
at this point, please get someone other than Taka. If you're just gonna do that, like,
What should be
if-
Nick?
watch,
Voiced him
yeah,
in the first one. It's like,
Taka.
Taka.
It was Taka.
Taka.
Taka's been the voice of
really? Because
Yeah,
the
for
first
2
performance was
episodes.
spot on.
Yeah, Taka was
Uh-huh.
Taka was told to act worse so he could emulate the voice from Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, okay. Alright,
Um,
let's stop talking about that. Brain's
yeah, we'll
overloading.
we'll get more into that when that episode comes up. But right now,
Yeah.
It's
so-
my turn.
it's Mate's turn to geek out.
Yeah.
I don't
and
get-
I just
get
wanna
my
bring
turn
up
with these-
If this doesn't, if this
Well-
doesn't give him a shot of adrenaline, then nothing will.
Yeah. Well, I was
I
gonna
don't
say
get-
after this, if you want to, I say you can leave. You can talk about this character, but then if you really need to get to sleep, I say get some.
I can probably power through.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I like.
Not many left.
Okay. Don't say
I'm just gonna say I like how I like how all of us here have like our moment to geek out about these characters. except
I know,
me.
right? I was gonna say everyone has a character to get excited for, which is really cool.
Hell yeah.
Well, here's the thing about this one.
I haven't gotten excited about Yoda. Don't.
No, whatever.
Your time will come after this. But anyway, we're finally getting Attack on Titan.
Yay!
Yeah. Okay, so before we get
Never
into
seen the show.
Before we get
And
into who the character might be, Mate, please explain what's happening with the clip.
Okay, so
'Cause-
the actual clip in question is technically the character known as Annie Leonhardt, or Lionheart, whichever way you want to pronounce it. That's when she was in disguise and about to kill Levi Squad. or as they're also known, Dead 1, Dead 2, Dead 3, and Petra.
Ooh.
Okay.
Spoilers.
I don't care. So,
I'm referencing a video. It's
okay.
amazing.
So clearly
yeah.
it's Annie then. No,
And-
it's
And basically, the speculation going is that considering they only really showed the cloak and the Survey Corps logo, or the scouting logo, like whichever, it's different between anime and manga. That's just meant to tease a Attack on Titan character.
So
And
Okay.
honestly, that mentality kind of makes sense because I think Annie is one of the worst characters to have for the first rep.
yeah.
No
I mean,
offense, to
mean-
any fans. I just think in comparison to the rest of the cast, she's not the best first pick.
I mean, to be fair, they had a Goomba as the first Mario rep, so anything could happen.
You know what?
Wait, was that actually before Mario vs. Sonic? Oh shit!
yeah,
that,
it was.
That was
We don't talk.
that was before both Mario, Sonic, and Yoshi versus Victor.
Okay, I take it back. Koopa vs. Koopa is now my favorite
We don't
episode.
talk about that.
Fuck Hulk vs. Broly and Dragon vs. Ganon. Koopa vs. Koopa is the new best.
Oh my god.
Okay. Anyways. So-
alright, sorry, just wanted to bring that up.
Anyway, so there are three characters that I think are the most likely. One is Captain Levi, and
Yep.
the one I see requested for him is Roy Mustang from Full Metal.
Full
Metal.
If that happens, I'm rooting for Levi. I don't care if he loses. I'm rooting for him all the way because the dude is such a badass.
Isn't he voiced
I
by
didn't know
Matt Mercer?
so.
Roy is
Isn't he-
badass.
Isn't he voiced by Matt Mercer?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. I just had to make sure I had the right character. Because as I've made a point of on this podcast, I don't watch the show, so
Same though.
Yeah. Alright. The second one.
second one.
Alright, the second one is Aaron, the protagonist of the show, which makes sense. And yes, I know he has this like super insane Titan form like at the end of the manga, but given Death Battle's rules, I don't think he should have access to that.
Fair.
Given the circumstances, like I won't go into too much spoilers, but it's weird.
I don't think Aaron has a. Unless again, like I mean, they're bringing in Doom, so
Shadow Colossus guy.
yeah,
Water.
like I don't think Aaron has like a legacy match.
I would hope it's that one, although I also see people bring up Ken from Tokyo Ghoul. And apparently Ben wants to bring a
Why?
Tokyo Ghoul character into Death Battle.
Fair enough. But, like, is it just because of the Monster Men thing? I haven't seen it.
Nor have I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
Okay.
And then the last one.
The last one that pretty much most people seem to think it is. And that is Mikasa Aquaman.
Yep.
I'm down. I don't like this show, but I'm down.
Yep. Which
And
means...
let's be real, there's only one person she could fight. It's Blake
Oh,
from Ruby.
freaking yeah! Freaking
Yeah. If it's
No,
anyone,
but
it has to be
Spider-Man.
Blake.
No, screw
Does
you.
anybody?
But yay.
Oh, if that's the case, I'll be so freaking happy because I've wanted this fight for years.
Yes, I
Yay.
can tell.
I mean, to be fair, it's his most wanted. Let him have it.
Yeah, seriously.
And like,
It's just. I just want it to happen so he'll finally come up with a new favorite request that he can tell me about.
I just got Hulk vs.
Oh, no,
Broly. Let's
crap.
have his thing.
yeah.
Oh no, Hulk vs. Broly was my number 2.
Yo, let's go.
What was your
God.
number 3?
Predator versus Arbiter, I think.
Oh yeah, okay. So there you go, Richard. That's the one you're going to be hearing about now.
Damn it! I mean, yay!
Yeah.
You're going to be hearing about
so-
Predator versus Arbiter forever now.
All right. So yeah.
All right. So,
So-
yeah, cool.
So
Moving on.
we
I
got
guess.
another Ruby character. Yay! Hopefully, and I think they win. So that's
Yeah, they do.
And then you'll never hear the end of it.
I don't care. I don't want to hear the end
You know-
of it. I'm going to be
you know,
singing its
I-
praises.
Here's the thing. I somewhat look forward to all the comments and speculation. Oh, Blake's only gonna win because RT bias, yet not because she actually wins.
Yeah, not because she actually wins.
Yeah, I mean, I did hear some conflicting things that Mikasa wins. I don't know what it is, but
No, I know.
don't either.
I know what that is. It's
What is
Although this will mean
here's the
Okay.
thing. Some stuff has gone on in Attack on Titan where certain characters have access to past versions of things. I don't really want to go too much into it because it's really weird.
okay.
You
That
made
sounds very
it weird
confusing.
even by saying that. Like that's just like I'm so confused right now. But whatever.
yeah.
We can dive into it more when the discussion comes up.
Yeah, you know what? That'd probably be better.
Yeah.
I do want to point out before we move on real quick. If we do get Blake versus this Attack on Titan lady, I'm not going to say her name because I'd probably butcher it. But that means we get every main Ruby character except for Ruby herself now.
Yeah,
There we go.
Yes.
I'm honestly cool with that.
I'm honestly cool with that. I used to be against it, but I was like, whatever.
I mean,
Look,
we got
at this
Yang.
point,
She's
I
the one
don't-
I like.
Look, at this point, I don't care. I just want Nate to finally have his wet dream come true, and I want to move on.
I mean,
that's
to be fair, I'm sure everyone can say that about Jack vs. Afro for you and Crash.
Oh,
vs.
hell.
Oh, I already have.
I'm just waiting on Joker versus Jorno now. All I need.
I'm still waiting on Miles versus Deku next character, please. Anyway.
No, I'm sorry. Static just cucked him. I'm sorry.
Oh, by the way, Combo, since you brought up Yang, that reminds me of a funny comment I saw on the Death
What?
Battle wiki.
But
Someone put in, like, so considering Yang won her Death Battle, we're gonna have Blake and she's probably gonna
Oh,
win.
yeah.
Is that Death Battle saying they ship Bumblebee?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
discussion-
I mean, we know Chad does.
Brobuscus, ZDogg, you see that gun over there? Hand me the gun.
So I don't shoot myself.
Go get it yourself.
Good God.
What?
You're not getting us to. You're not gonna get us to get it for you. Whatever. Besides,
Yeah, do your
Look,
own
either
dirty work.
Look, you can either give me the gun, or I can make
Okay,
you
next
get
guy.
it.
besides, we need. Besides, no, we need you around for the next character.
Just hear a gunshot in the background.
I miss.
Don't
I
lose
miss.
your way.
Well, that's too bad. That's too
How'd
bad
you
because that was our
miss?
only. That's too bad because that was our only shot.
Because I'm a terrible shot. I have
Oh my
strong
gosh.
brain.
That's too bad because that was our only. That's too bad because that was our only round. Besides, we need you around for the next character.
Okay.
I mean, to be fair, Combo's also a fan of it, so.
We still need him around for this next character.
Okay, fair.
Now I'm getting excited.
Next up is this is now Richard really gets to geek out.
Yay.
We're getting Steven Universe.
Woohoo!
Oh,
I'm
thank
liking
you, Lord
Universe.
Jesus. Thank
Alright,
you, Lord
so wait.
Jesus.
So Richard.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know if you're good. So is it confirmed, Steven?
Yes, it is
Okay,
confirmed,
Because
Steve.
I don't know who else
I was
it
gonna
could
say
be.
it could be one of the other gems. But
You know,
It's clearly the-
surprisingly,
it's
that
clearly
would have
the
been nice,
opening.
but no, it's got to be Steven.
Like you don't need to confirm any of that. Like
Who's ready to watch him decapitate Star Butterfly?
Look, all right, look. I mean, I want Steven Universe characters. Like, I want to see the gems in Death. I want to see Connie in Death Battle. Like honestly, I want to see Lapis in Death Battle, especially
That'd
after
be cool.
that track. You know, so but yeah, no, but I'm happy it's Steven because
Well, the clip was
Yeah, Steven
explicitly the
Universe-
Steven
oh.
Universe opening, so like
If
If it was
it
anyone
Steven Universe's dad's truck. It was
Okay.
his father's truck.
I mean, I
Yo,
figured
Pink
it was
Diamond,
Steven.
let's go.
I figured it was Steven. I just wanted to make sure because.
like if it was
Yeah, no,
anyone
it-
else,
it-
I feel like they should have picked a better clip. That's kind of how I felt. I know
Yeah,
someone.
no, I agree. I hate that they had to, because now that just makes people wonder, wait, is Steven's dad gonna fight in death?
Steven Universe, let's
Yes.
go.
Steven's dad versus
mean-
Grandpa Gohan. Let's go.
No. If Steven's dad is gonna fight, it's gonna be in a rock and roll fight, or it's either gonna be a fight of who has the best
Eddie
magnificent mane.
Okay,
Have
but we
you
know
seen
what
Steven-
fight it is gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
Steven's
okay,
about to
okay.
murk Star.
All the way
it's
around, my
Steven
dude.
versus Star. If it's Steven versus Star, which I don't know if it is, but if it is,
It's probably.
then
It's probably going to be.
well
Yep.
then I've got that. Well then, my Steven is going to die.
Oh
Yeah.
no, Steven destroys Star.
No, he doesn't.
No,
Star.
no, he does. I'm sorry. No, you can believe that, but factual.
No, is this the
factual
stupid Universal thing? Because she doesn't know how
No,
to
it's
use
not
that
the
power.
Stupid, no. It's not the stupid universe thing. It's the fact that again, it's like yes, but also if they wanted to, and I don't think, and there's evidence to believe they won't, but if they do, this proves Steven's even more fucked because Star can stop time, and Steven has no he has no immunity to time stopping.
True, but I don't know where Star stands physically, but I'm pretty sure Steven just.
Physically, Physically, Star dominates because Star has been training to be a warrior since she was just an infant. She literally snapped a human a Muni neck at the age of 2.
Okay.
So
Steven has like planet and star level stuff though. Ironically, he has star level against Star.
Okay, so see, here's the thing.
And Star has universal
now
stuff
this-
against
this
Steven
all
Universe.
comes-
Not against Steven Universe.
Well, that'd be
Yeah,
depressing.
No, okay, so here's the thing though. Because I'm kind of to blame for this.
Oh no.
Star is technically universal.
Oh god.
No, but
I think I know where he's going with
it's
I
her
don't.
wand
There it
that
is.
is
And
universal.
exactly, and she doesn't know how
Not
to use this
her
stupid
stuff.
thing for it.
Yes, actually she does. Because
Oh my God.
again, Star does
I'm
know
having
how
an
to
aneurysm.
use those universal powers. I'm sorry. It's like, so if they do in fact use seasons 1 through 3 Star, then Steven is fucked. Steven is fucked. Because again, Star's wand can destroy a whole universe, and there is an actual passage in the book to reverse the damage. So assuming Star can't do that, it's kind of ridiculous because, again, she's been training with that wand most of her teenage life. And then you add on the fact that she has her butterfly transformation. It's just crazy. But that's only if. But I would also like to say, I think Steven could counter the butterfly transformation if they give him his Godzilla form.
Oh yeah.
Which,
But
by
they
the way,
probably
at the
will.
end of Steven's Universe feature, he has a kaiju form.
Everyone has a
But
kaiju
he
form
can
at this point.
control it.
I've basically heard it just comes down to can Star break through Steven's defenses? If she can, she wins.
I think she can.
If
I
not,
mean,
If you count the
Only-
universal, then yes, because Steven's shield is straight up
Yeah,
a planet-destroying thing. But with anything else, she's not getting through that shield unless she goes full power on it. That's the
plus,
problem.
just to give you an idea, also, it wouldn't be the first time. Just because Steven's shield is unbreakable, that doesn't mean anything, because Star, in her first season, was able to destroy a prison glass that was said to be immune to any type of physical human or muni attack. And she used the strongest blast in her wand to destroy the damn thing for a couple of seconds. So she can break through unbreakable stuff.
All right, I don't want
So-
I don't want this podcast to go on forever on this. Just know when Steven versus Star happens and Steven wins, you will be eating your words.
Either way, I'm excited for this because I love Steven Universe. I love Star Butterfly, well, except for last season. But this match holds a lot of personal attachment to me, and either way, it's a win-win for me because if Steven wins, awesome. I hope then that's good because technically Steven is the better written character. But if Star wins, I'm also okay with that because I like Star. She's
I like
adorable.
how Kamo's like when Steven wins, you will be sorry, and then Richard's like, I don't care either way. Like I like both these characters.
It's
Yeah.
literally a win-win for me.
Like-
I don't care.
It's a
True.
I couldn't give
I
two
wish-
shits.
I win either way. Screw you, dude.
Just like how May couldn't give two shits if If Mika's okay, well, no, wait, sorry. He's just going to be happy. Either way, much like me, I'm just going to be happy that this fight is happening.
I want
Yeah, there you go.
Steven to have the kill Captain America should have had.
So,
Oh,
That's what I want. I want like some brutal decapitation or something.
Alright, but okay, so just in case, I doubt this is gonna happen, but what if it's not Star?
Sans.
Then-
okay, well,
then
then the
we're
only
screwed.
other
Can we
logical
do him?
option is Gwen. No. Yes. The only other logical option, and my friend John has actually wanted this fight to happen, but it's not going to happen if Star happens, but I would like it too. If Star doesn't fight Steven, then another good matchup for Steven is Gwen Tennyson from Ben 10.
I can see it. I've seen Toon
they
Link floating
both-
around.
I've seen Toon Link, I've
Because
seen Finn.
And bear in mind, I mean Gwen Tennyson without the Omnitrix.
Well, duh.
With her straight up
Obviously.
spells and shit.
Fair enough.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
Dude, I'm not even a
Alright.
Ben 10 fan, and duh.
Alright, just wanted to throw it out there because I feel like if it's not that, I feel like there's at least a few other options, but I just wanted to throw it out there.
The other ones I hear are Toon Link and
Fair.
Finn.
I mean, Finn, yes, but well, in that case, Steven absolutely shit stops Finn.
Well, duh.
Oh, Steven destroys Finn. Finally, someone agrees with me on that. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Duh.
God.
You're welcome.
Well, let's be real. We know it's gonna be Steven versus Star.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just feel like, cause like if it's not, cause I feel like he has at least one other legacy matchup, and that's Finn.
But also, like, Finn and Jake versus Mordecai Rigby,
Oh.
please.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Take first.
Also,
My God.
it just has to be Steven versus Star because again, this matchup is not
Yeah.
only personal to me, but I also was the head researcher on this very fight for Cartoon Fight Club, so I know my
Well, there you go.
And I
Just
mean,
like how Nate does with Blake and Mikasa.
I mean, to be fair, it also is kind of the perfect time since both shows are over now. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Also, it'd have better animation than the Cartoon Fight Club.
Steven.
Shots fired.
Okay,
Shots
that I
fired.
will not deny.
Those
That's
Star
okay.
sprites were
yeah,
ugly.
I don't even like.
Shots.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, they were.
Oh,
Duo did
oh
it
yeah,
better.
I forgot to bring this up about the Attack on Titan tease. That has a confirmed end. Like it's ending in April.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, that is
Cool.
true.
So we'll probably get the fight post-April then.
Anyway,
Probably.
Probably.
So last
let's
one.
move on to the.
Last one. Clearly, and by far and away, the most
Okay.
obvious hint and the most obvious matchup
Yeah.
of these teases. Like, there is no way this isn't happening at this point.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
protagonist battle royale. Bam. Called it.
So the tease is Cloud.
Oh my God.
The tease is Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. Cloud's coming back.
About
The
time.
clip is of him.
Yeah.
The clip is of him on the train in Final Fantasy VII remake.
It's like
I know
the opening cutscene.
Yeah, I know some people were like, as like playing devil's advocate, I suppose either that or they were just really confused. But like, what if it's actually Zack?
No.
It's like
I doubt
that
it.
is.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm like, and I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm just like, that is clearly Cloud. Like,
Yeah, like
Um,
the Attack on Titan thing.
It's Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
It's not clear who it is, so
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Steven
Cloud
Universe,
Strife.
It's the intro, but that's just blatantly Cloud.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
that
how
is
do you-
straight
Yeah,
up
no,
Cloud.
that
They
is-
show his
that's
face
great.
and everything.
They do, yeah. They show his face.
Yeah, like Cloud was by far the most like the most obvious one. Not only like it's the most shown character, but also like it's on the least hidden screen. Because like
Yeah, for
all the
real.
other ones were hidden behind
It's just a
like
giant
small
H.
text. This one was just a giant
Yeah, no,
8, and it's clearly Cloud.
And hey, remember what we said at the beginning about the teases where they said they were going to do one rematch or whatever the heck it was said?
Yeah,
Just in case people didn't need more convincing.
right.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, gee, I wonder what strongly fight rematch.
English is
I
hard,
don't know.
buddy. I know.
It's Link versus Claude.
Yeah,
It's practically
Link
confirmed.
Cloud.
I want to say,
Yeah,
I
there's
hope
no
they
way
use
it's not
Ocarina. Like, I hope they use Ocarina of Time / Majora's Mask Link, because that's the one who has the rivalry
don't.
with Cloud. That's the one I want. If it's Breath of the Wild
Yeah,
Link, I'm gonna throw a freaking riot because I will be so pissed at that. There's no reason that those two should fight.
I think I hate that this is an idea, but I think they're gonna go at least like semi-composite. They might what they might do is they might do what they did with Broly and pick one and have other links as supporting evidence.
They're completely separate characters, though. It's reincarnation. They're all separate links. There's no connection other than they're reincarnated.
I know, and that's why I hate it. But like, that's probably what they're gonna do. Because at that point, it's like, what do you do? At that point, it's like, what else do you do? What specific link do you pick?
Ocarina.
They'd probably go with Breath of the Wild just because it's like the most recent and super prominent one right now.
But that sequel isn't out yet. If they're going to use Breath of the Wild, they just shouldn't. Not for Cloud.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. And again, it's like, you know, going back to, you know, Steven versus Star. Class, they would have to use Steven Universe Future for Steven, because again, if they didn't, well then Steven would be even more fucked. So, see why they would just use Breath of the Wild, but not wait till but just ignore, because again, like that Breath of the Wild 2 won't be out yet, so why even?
I didn't stop them from putting Ganon back in.
I don't know.
But Ganon's different. Ganon is like the same across every game.
It's the same Ganon, yeah. It's the same Ganon across every game. So.
Whereas this is your robbing Breath of the Wild Link of an entire game.
I'm stumped on this one.
I think
I'm stumped on this one. Like, if it is Link, and again, I don't know. We don't know. Maybe it could. Maybe it'll be somebody different. In which case, that's a little disappointing. But again,
well, I asked.
We just gotta ourselves. But if it is Link, just do Cloud's analysis justice this time, which I have no doubt they will, because clearly from Sephiroth's last fight, they now have a better idea on how to
I shit you not
scale and
not only that, but
I went back.
These characters.
I went back to the original Link versus Cloud episode, like earlier, just for fun, because I do like the animation in that episode. And in it, they straight up say Cloud can fight with Sephiroth, who they claim is a planet buster in that episode. But then they say Link is stronger because of the granite lifting feat. And I have never laughed so hard at a detail like that in Death Battle before. Just granite's better than destroying the planet, guys.
It was season 1. We try not to talk about it. Again.
Oh, I love the episode. Don't get me wrong; it's one of my favorites.
Yeah, I know. Just research-wise, season one doesn't really hold up research. Either way,
no, it's just probably why they're
versus Cloud.
It's going to be.
Yeah.
Then
so.
Oh boy.
Slight wishful thinking here.
Nope. Wait.
Okay.
All I asked Link versus Cloud, please don't let that be episode 150.
Yeah.
Why not?
Because then it would mean 3 out of 5 milestone episodes are remakes.
That's fair.
Fair enough, I guess. Slight wishful thinking here, and this is just an idea I've been thinking about lately. I want it to be Ocarina of Link because that's the one that makes the most sense for their rivalry, since N64, PlayStation, big fantasy games, Legendary Swords, all that kind of stuff. But if they do Ocarina / Majora's Mask Link for this, I want the fight to start with their original blocky models from the game, and then do like the Liu Kang versus Ryu. Was it DBX or 1 Minute Melee? Where something happens, they change it to the newer models. That would be so sick.
Yeah.
That would be so cool.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. But yeah.
Anyways, another rematch gets another flipped result. Please.
Or so we think. Watch Cloud still lose.
Please.
Gosh.
Please don't let this be a theme with rematches. Please don't let it be like.
What do you mean?
Well, it feels like at this point, for certain fights, it feels like people are only requesting rematches for them just to have the different result. like doing this fight.
I mean,
Okay, doing this fight again, sure, I can see it. I can accept it.
Yeah, this makes sense because it was the first 3D fight of the series.
Yeah, and I think anyone
yes,
who's looking,
and there is personal history with it.
yeah, and I think anyone
Because again,
who,
this
who
is
could,
this is.
I think anyone who could look into these two series for like 5 minutes each will realize that something wasn't right when they were looking into it in the first place. And then Mario vs. Sonic, it was episode 100. It's like the biggest rivalry in the history of ever. And once again, wasn't really done and back in season 1 things were different. So yeah, doing that, sure, that makes sense. And again, and same thing with Link vs. Cloud. But then you have fights that people request just for the sake of getting their different result. And the 2 rematches we're getting, one we've already gotten and one that we're getting later, assuming Cloud does win again, which I'm going with that mentality.
Unless they pull some shenanigans for Link.
It just feels like the rematches are just there for the different result and not much more.
Yeah, I guess.
Like all of a sudden people are going to say
they're only doing rematches of episodes that were like flawed research-wise.
Well, yeah, but like
that's the thing. They're not going to go back and do a rematch of an episode that was soundly researched. They won't do like Boba. Well, okay, Boba Fett versus Samus is a poor idea because they did do that as a remaster, but they wouldn't go back and do like Akuma for Shang Tsung again because there'd be nothing to change. Shang Tsung has a few new things, but Akuma still curbs him into the ground.
Or like no, but I mean, even for fights that are flawed in their research, they have to have something more to them that isn't just we want to see the right result. Like people are gonna say people are just gonna throw their hands in the air and be like, I want to see a rematch of Pikachu versus Blanca because
oddly enough, I was thinking that too.
I want to see because I want to see Pikachu get the win he should have gotten. Sure, that no, like. I really hope that people request rematches for the sake of getting A, their better research, and B, there's more to it than just I want to see the character that should have won before win this time.
Or if there's like another
Doom vs. Chief is a great example.
Or if there's another thematic matchup for one of the characters, and just request that one.
Yeah.
Like Doom vs. Master Chief's one I see people want to rematch, or myself included. That. Not only do the results should be different, but I want it because Doom's gotten a whole bunch of new shit that would make the fight scene so awesome. A sword fight with the Crucible and Energy Blade would be sick.
Also, Halo's going.
Yeah, no, well, okay, so...
And it would be...
Yeah, well, okay.
With Master Chief in 3D.
Exactly.
Yeah. I get what y'all were saying. I've been kind of quiet, because I had to go do something real quick. But, again, it's like, I get it. Like personally, there's a selfish part of me that wants a rematch just because I want to see the right result. Like Ben 10 versus Green Lantern. Like I want to see the right result done right. I want to see the characters done justice.
That's more happening. Right?
But I know, but I can dream. But that can't be a good reason for them to just look at these matchups and decide, okay, let's just do a rematch because the
can
Victor. And I don't think they're entirely they're not one-dimensional in their thinking when they look on these rematches, because again, I think if it is in fact Link versus Cloud, I think they're not just wanting to redo this because they realize, look, we had terrible research back in the day, animation for that fight's dated, and analysis-wise, we've come a long way. But I also think it's just a great opportunity for them to, like Nate said, pay tribute to the very first 3D fight of Death Battle. And in that regard, I think this fight could be awesome. But at the same time, it's going to have some of those things that come with it. Because, it's like, we can't change the fact that rematches are going to be done just solely because they want to do better with the analysis, and they want to give people the right victor. Like that's just something we can't change. You know,
Yeah.
It's something we don't have to particularly be okay with, but it's something that, you know, we gotta go ahead and accept. You know, again, that's why, hypothetically, if, you know, GVS3 happens, we're all gonna be upset, but we can understand why they want to do it.
More or less.
Because there is good intentions behind it.
I don't know, because a lot of the times it just doesn't feel like there's a point. Like, like I want to see this match get a rematch because it was in season 1, and I want to see my character win. Well, what else is there? Do you want to see it look better? Do you want to see it be done better in any other way? Like, or is it just you want to see that character win?
No.
And you know, I have to admit that kind of
like
mindset. I see some people make super spiteful fan art of some fights, and honestly, that just makes me really resent the idea of just fights getting redone sometimes.
Yeah.
Because it's just like
understandable.
Yeah, no, and again, it's like
what Brobuscus has been saying.
Yeah. 1 second. Obviously, like I feel like if it's just like to get a change result and not because of like, you know, oh, this would look cool, like having these animation, like having a fixed up animation would look cool. Like that's why I think it should be above else. But and like I'm sure there are some rematches where the result doesn't change. Like if for some reason they do Thor versus Raiden, that's not changing.
Goku vs Superman as well. Like Superman still wins.
That one's really iffy. Depending on versions of Superman, let's not open that can of worms.
Yeah, let's not.
No, but again, it's like, it's like, don't do these rematches just because you want to update the. Because again, it's like that's the whole reason why I still to this day do not like that they redid. They personally redid Samus versus Boba Fett because nothing changed except the analysis and the animation. There was nothing new to add. It was done as a paint job. And I really don't think that's a good idea for your rematches. Don't give them a fresh coat of paint. Actually, go into them with passion and think, okay, what did we do different? What did we miss this last time with Cloud? How could Cloud have won? Oh, he could have won by this. Okay, you know, that's something we gotta do. It's like, again, go into these rematches and actually find a good reason for them to exist.
Above all else, don't go into them with the mentality of what you had before. Go into them blind. Like they did that with Mario vs. Sonic. They completely ignored what they said for the original Mario vs. Sonic, and they went into it as its own thing. So do like if
also they separated James and Archie.
Yes. They went into it with their modern rules, and I think Link vs. Cloud should follow that same that same route. Like go into it. Forget the original Link vs. Cloud for just a second. Like if you still like that fight, if you look,
well, okay.
Look at the rematches like it's never been done. Like it's a fresh new idea. And then question how the heck that long. Yeah.
So I agree with that to an extent, but at the same time, I think if you are doing a rematch, that's especially as highly requested as things like Mario vs. Sonic or Link vs. Cloud, you should obviously forget it in the case of making this a fresh episode, but you also need to look back at it for the sake putting like an homage in there. For example, for this, I totally want another Z target scene. That was funny. So, like, completely ignoring the original is a poor idea, but you don't necessarily want to just do a Samus versus Boba Fett again.
No, I mean, when you're going into it... I don't mean completely ignore it entirely. I mean, like, when you're starting, like, researching it. Come up with a new conclusion. Come up with a... like, you have your new set of rules. You have a crap ton of researchers on your side. So go into Link vs. Cloud, like with that idea. Like go into Link vs. Cloud like you would any other death battle. Like start from the beginning, get to the end, find out the victor, and then after that, if you want to throw references into from the original Link versus Cloud, go ahead.
Yes.
But like research-wise, this is a new thing. Like at this point, we're doing Link versus Cloud. We're not doing another Link versus Cloud, if that makes sense.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Well, that took a lot longer
also-
than I expected.
Also, I'm going.
Yeah.
Also, I'm going to
Yeah,
be playing.
We'll
Also,
become-
I recently bought Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I have not played it yet.
Same.
I
I started it. It's really good. I love it.
So I'm going to get into that at some point. I'll probably get into Kill la Kill first. But
Watch Link
yeah,
vs. Cloud be the fucking season premiere.
watch.
We'll see. But
yeah,
on that note, I
that's-
think we should probably wrap up. My
Actually, one last thing I'll
and
say
Mate is probably gonna
about all the episodes, because Combo just reminded me of this. The crew have said that each matchup they believe are both worthy of being either a season premiere or season finale.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
So that should be.
So
They're all animated by the Ruby team. Let's go.
imagine that.
Oh my god. Yes.
No, I think
Yes.
even Luis has said the same thing on his Twitter. Like he believes that all the episodes of season 8 are worthy of being either the premiere or the finale. Like as far as, and this is just as far as the general matchups are concerned. Once they get into the production, oh boy, I imagine we're in for a treat.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll also now.
yeah, you are. Yeah, we are. They're on their way to meeting their deadline. I can say that
Oh
now.
boy.
They're all
They're-
hand drawn.
they're
boy.
they're really going to
No.
try and pull out all the stops.
Yes. Yes. Also, I just want to make a joke because I
Yeah,
want
I
to say.
think season 8. I don't.
Go on.
Okay, yeah, you make your joke and I'll announce
Alright.
something.
Mate, now it's a race to see if Kill la Kill will be the last animated animates list before Attack on Titan gets on.
Oh yeah,
Dude, I'm just saying.
Which will cross
Whichever
the finish
one-
line.
whichever one of the two gets in first will be the 25th anime to be featured on Death Battle.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
If we can just get my favorite anime Keijo on Death Battle before Attack on Titan, I will die a happy man.
You know what? I'd be down for that.
Yes!
Yeah,
Somebody
no,
knows what I'm talking about. Let's fucking go.
Like, just find another series where they fight with their butts.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I on my show a while ago, I did Nazumi vs. Little Mac, and it was hilarious.
But anyway,
Anyway.
yeah, no. So I think I can somewhat speak for all of us when I think season 8 is going to start off very much. It's going to be another season 5 or season 6. It's going
Oh
to
yeah.
be
With how they're
roller coaster, and
With-
they're going to pull all the stops.
with
It's
the
gonna be
general
a bop and a half.
Like,
with the general idea that the season's trying to go for, yeah, I can see it. So yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
I'm
no,
really
it's
the
probably-
we're approaching
Yes.
the 10th anniversary season, ladies and gentlemen. Let's kick it into high gear this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, and you'll of course be seeing more of us because we're going to be covering the good ones, the math ones. We're going to we'll be covering the awesome ones.
And if
Hopefully, and I really say hopefully. Yeah, no, yes, and hopefully, I think we can all agree. I hope we don't get another Batgirl versus Spider-Gwen.
Hopefully.
Wait, talk about it. That's my
You know
favorite
what I mean.
episode.
Nah,
Get out. Get.
And on that note,
He's got the gun.
no. Yes.
So I will say, this doesn't have to do with this just has to do with this podcast, not Death Battle Season 8. But I don't think it's worthwhile to do another podcast until after the premiere.
No.
'cause-
I mean,
'cause
unless
we're-
there's something like
makes
extra
sense.
we wanted to talk about. with
Yeah,
this
because we're
season.
just gonna be Because like the podcast is just gonna be us talking about one episode that isn't even out yet.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I guess we could take that time to cover Wonder Woman versus She-Ra. No.
I think we could.
Good night, everybody.
Actually, I think we could do. This is just me planning, this is just me last minute planning, but maybe we could do like a season 7 ranking, podcast. Like we did with me and ZDogg did with season 5.
Yeah. And what we meant to do with season 6.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We'll get to it eventually. Hopefully.
Yeah. So I think that'd be cool. So yeah. With that said, I think we're good.
And I mean, who knows? There might be another podcast cross. I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
That's a good joke.
Funny reference.
Funny reference. With that said, I think we're good to wrap things up here. So.
Yep. Thank you.
Following the great words of Vegeta, sayonara.
Also, me too.
Yeah.
Also me too.
And either Shadow or Ryugo, depending on how that goes.
Sayonara.
Please be Shadow.
No, it's gonna be Ryugo. Don't even.
Good night, everybody.
Oh boy.
Sayonara.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.